Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's 8th edition 40k. It's Chaos Space Marines versus Tyranids. And today on Warhammer we are fighting over a desecrated, ruined Imperial city. The Eternal Slaughter are back on the channel. My Chaos Space Marine Warband, because I'm very excited about the Black Legion release, are here fighting on this board, trying to gain control of this planet, perhaps for some sort of tactical or strategic advantage, who knows. However, a splinter of a Hive fleet has made planetfall. All this greenery, all this biomatter, including ourselves, are there for consumption, and they are here to devour all. So today we welcome a regular, not regular, Mikey P.
Hey!
Say hi, Mikey P.
Hi!
So obviously you know Mikey P from all of the sit and talks and podcasts and stuff and things, but you've not come and played a battle report yet.
Not yet, no.
Well,
no.
You have came and played a battle.
Oh, we've played, yeah, we've played games, yeah, but not a filmed battle report.
No, so I mean it'll be much easier for me because Mikey's used to being in front of a camera and it could fall into absolute rack and ruin as we just abuse each other.
Well, it could do.
But that's part of the charm, I assume.
It's part of the objective, isn't it?
It certainly went down when we played Mikey from Hellstorm.
Yeah.
People seem to enjoy that one, so let's go for the same kind of feel, as we're going to play a new chapter approved 2018 mission called Disruptive Signals. I've not played this one before.
Ooh, no, me neither.
Isn't that good?
Yes.
So we have no idea what we're doing. Essentially, there are 6 objectives down, so you can see 2 there, there's 1 there,
Yeah.
1 there, 1 over the back here, and 1 in this corner. So they're quite well spread.
Yeah.
And basically what we do is at the start of each of our turns, if we haven't got 4, we generate up to 4 tactical objectives. And then what the opponent can do, some treachery here, is you can spend a command point, and then you can choose one of your opponent's tactical objectives that they've just generated, and they can't achieve it this turn. I like that. I might be saving all of my command points just to do that repeatedly, because I think it'd be funny.
Just to be a pain.
Yeah, just to be an absolute arse, basically.
Yeah.
That's that. Otherwise, it's the normal secondaries, so first strike, so the wall and line breaker, acceptable casualties is a thing, and we're playing a deployment map called...
Yes.
Yeah, I've got
Table quarters with a thing in the middle.
Like a round bit, and then we play in different quarters. So there's this corner over here, the Eternal Slaughter will be coming in from this open ground and rushing across the Imperial ruin. And then the Tyranids will be starting over in this corner. The swarm of Hive fleet.
Shai Halud.
That's the one.
They're the Jormungandr.
The Jormungandr, yeah. So they're a splinter of Jormungandr, which is cover even if you're not in cover, basically.
Search and destroy.
That's the deployment map, right?
Yeah.
See, we're on it. We know what we're doing, honestly.
All over it.
That's about that, I think. We're playing 1,500 points.
We are 1,500
So it's
points.
match play rules.
Indeed.
And I'm just rocking the Chaos Space Marines every time I can at the moment because I'm very excited about the fact that the Warmaster's coming back.
It's very exciting for you.
It is for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you couldn't care less.
Well, it's more models to eat.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Right,
it's more
perfect.
biomass.
Patrons of the channel will have seen this army being built over the last God knows how long, few months I suppose. This is the first time I get them on the camera, and we're also going to get you on deploymentzone.tv with them.
Ooh.
If you don't know what that is, myself and Winters from Winters SEO have a website, deploymentzone.tv. And you can come and join us there for battle reports every single Tuesday. And there's sit and talks. And there's a thing called the Big Debate, which is hilarious. We're going to film some more of those today, right, with Brom?
Oh, cool, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Brom's coming over for some more big debates because we're going to run out next week.
Yeah.
So nothing like last minute filming. So check out deploymentzone.tv. You'll notice the channel started a bit of a rebrand. So is Winters SEO. That poor little logo is going to go.
Yeah.
It's like a, yeah. It's
Never
like
mind.
a memorial now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But hey,
Yeah.
it looks good. I'm telling you, it looks good. And it looks the same as Deployment Zone, so check that out. I think I've covered everything. Mikey, anything else to cover?
No, I don't think so.
Yes. Okay. And here we have 1750 points of Chaos Space Marines. I mean, strictly it's 1496, but it's as close as I could get. Bringing in the Eternal Slaughter today, which is my Chaos Warband, using World Eater's Legion trait. It will change soon to Black Legion because all that new shiny stuff's coming, and that's why I'm spamming these, because it's just great fun at the moment, and I'm on a bit of a chaos high. So it's slightly different to the last one because we've changed some units, only a couple, but also because we've gone down to 1750, not 1750, 1500 to face Mike's Nids. So, heading up the battalion, we have Khan the Betrayer, obviously, because he's awesome. And then his second in command is a Dark Apostle, who today will be the Warlord. He has a relic, which is the Black Mace. And I'm yet to choose his Warlord trait, but it'll probably be the one that gives him +1 attack, because it just makes more sense for Wild Eaters. We also have another HQ which heads up the Spearhead. That is an Exalted Champion. So, Dark Apostles and Khan give reroll to hits for all Wild Eaters in the fight phase. Exalted Champions give reroll to wounds for all Wild Eaters in the fight phase. Those two, their auras are 6-inch bubbles. Khan's is an inch, and the reason why he's an inch is because if he rolls a 1, which you can't reroll, he kills his own guys, which is quite brutal. He's also rocking a combi melter, obviously, because I need to have some sort of shooting. And in front of you, those 3 weapons on those 3 champions, that's about it. That's about all I've got. My 3 troops choices are 3 squads of 8 Khorne Berserkers. They can be troops because I'm using Wild Eaters. And yeah, Khorne Berserkers are just brutal, and I'm fighting lots and lots and lots of bugs, so I need lots and lots and lots of attacks. Each champion has a power fist and chain sword. Each squad otherwise have all chain axes and chain swords. One squad in the middle has an icon of wrath, and that allows me to reroll failed charges. And I only have that on one squad because points, basically, because they're 10 points each, so any other icons of wrath would have put me over 1500. They are mounted in 3 Chaos Rhinos to get them some sort of protection and some sort of transport to shoot upfield. And then the 3 heavy support choices in the Spearhead are the 3 Mauler Fiends with Lasher Tendrils. I love these guys, and now we've just seen a leak for the Lord Discordian, I think he's called. They could be even better with +1 to hit, and -1 to hit if he's within 6 inches of the... yeah, the rules look really cool. Anyway. Finally, a flyer we have in one of the detachments is the Helldrake with the Bale Flamer. I assume there might be some flying bugs that we need to scorch and torch out of the air, so we bought one of those. And that's that. It gives me a total of 9 command points. I'm not spending any to start with, because I just don't think I need to, although I did think about spending one for another relic, which allows me to deny psychic powers. Nah, we'll let them have them. That's it, that's what we've got. Absolute brutal, designed to come and beat, face and rip things apart in hand-to-hand combat. However, let's have a look at this foe that we're facing, because I fear they may be just as efficient.
So this is my 1499 points of Nids. This is the Shai Halud, I've named them. They'll be using Jormungandr Hive fleet.
Adaption thing, yeah.
Yes, that's the one, thank you. So it's a battalion and a supreme command. Supreme command for a bit of cheese, but basically what we've got is 20 Gene Steers with a Broodlord.
Yeah.
We got 30 Termagants here with Tervigon, so she's going to spawn out more of these.
Yeah, so she can regen for a wounded unit, essentially, right?
Yeah, so she can spit out 10 into a unit, only up to the maximum they originally were.
Yeah, okay.
And then, so that's 2 troops choices, 2 HQ choices. Third troop choice in the battalion is 20 Termagants, 10 of which have got Devourers.
Okay.
So they're twice the price, but they get 3 times the number of shots and an extra 6 inches of range on the normal Termagants.
Extra 6 inches always count, right, as well?
Yeah, exactly. Heavy choice, Trigon Prime.
Oh, no Morlock.
No Morlock. No. So the Trigon Prime, he will be burrowing up, deep striking in, and the Termagants there will be popping up with him. So it'll be a blob of shooty, and he is particularly nasty in combat.
Yeah.
Lots of attacks.
I'd expect so, looking at the size of those claws.
Yeah, they are massive Scything Talons, those ones, so they're D6 damage. And then we've got Supreme Command. So my Warlord is going to be the Brain Bug, the Neurothrope in the middle there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't know if I see a Tyranid player that doesn't have a Neurothrope as a Warlord.
Well, I think I might get a Malanthrope one day, and then that will be my Warlord. But for the time being, Neurothrope, yeah. Obvious choice, 3 up in Vun. It's only got sort of 5 wounds, I think.
And
so
a character,
it's
right?
character,
Yeah.
you can hide. And then we've got the 2 Flyrant brothers. So we've got Stabby and Shooty. Stabby's got the massive Scything Talons. He's got 2 sets of those, so he'll get an extra attack, and he'll be re-rolling 1s in the fight phase. And then we've got the 2 times twin Devourers with Brain Leech Worms.
Yes.
So he's basically got 4 guns, that's how it works.
Yeah, okay.
And they're 6 shots each, those guns. So he's got 24 shots.
Right.
At strength 6.
Yeah.
No AP. only 1 damage.
But still, it's 24.
Yeah, he's
That's
a chaff
a lot,
clearer.
right?
If he doesn't take out a unit of berserkers in 1 round of shooting, basically I'll be paying the points and he'll be shooting again. So,
Right, okay.
so that'll be that. That's it. It's quite simple. 9 command points, 14.99 points.
So lots of Daka, lots of Stabby.
Well, yes, yeah. I mean, it's board control is what I'm going for here, really. So we've got lots of bugs that are going to regenerate, and they just spread out. And we've got Gene Stealers that can obviously really pack a punch, particularly with the Broodlord. It gives them +1 to hit in combat. There's 20 of them there, and as long as there's 10 or more, they'll get 4 attacks each.
Yeah.
Rending Claws, so 6s are -4 AP. Yeah, they chew through stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, as well, is if they make the charge, I get less attacks. I need to make the charge against these guys to be able to chew through units that are this big.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of Stabby, you've got lots of Shooty, so you're effective in 2 phases, but you've also got a number of psychic powers. So all 3 phases, we'll show you the powers as and when we get to them in the psychic phase, because there's a number of them. So you've got an army that plays in every phase of the game.
Very much so. I've got 5 Psychers.
And they're going to come ripping across this board today and try and probably chow down on my biomatter.
Yeah. 2 things I forgot to mention.
Okay.
The Neurothrope has got the Synaptic Linchpin, so extra 6 inches to his synapse bubble.
Yep.
And the Relic is on Stabby, which is the Imgal factor.
Which is that random
roll a
D3,
D3 and he'll get either +1 strength, toughness, or attacks.
Winner. Okay, I know patrons of the channel have been watching this army be painted up and evolve over months and months and months. So let's see what they can do now as we take to the table and we go and have a look at deployment. And we come back after deployment. So I picked that corner before we did the initial part of the battle report, and that meant that Mikey put his army down first. So we've got lots of skittering little bugs in there with all the guns.
Yep.
She's the mum protecting and spewing out more, right? That's the Turbigan.
Turbigan, yes.
All with objective 4s underneath her. We have the big brain bug over there by the rock.
Yep.
Who is your warlord as well.
He is indeed.
We have in here many Gene Sneakers.
Yeah, and the Broodlord.
And a Broodlord. Hive Tyrant up here.
Yeah.
And a Hive Tyrant missing.
Deep Strike.
So there's a Hive Tyrant and Deep Strike, a
Trigon Prime.
Oh, this is going to be hard for me. I'm going to need you today.
That's fine. I'll correct you.
Good. You do that.
It would be
anyway.
my pleasure.
Yeah, a Trigon Prime in reserve, along with a load more Termagants, right? And they're the ones who've got the 2 different types of weapons.
Indeed.
Perfect. Okay. So in response, I only had a total of 7 drops, because 7 units, in fact, because everything's in Rhino. So we've got Exalted Champion, Khan, Dark Apostle. And then I've got my 3 Maulers and my Helldrake. The thing is, I want combat, but I don't want combat. So the theory behind it is, inside here is kind of my more squishy units. And I kind of want them to be facing off against Termagants.
Yeah.
Over there you've got Gene Stealers that would rip through power armor.
Yeah.
I want them facing off against Mauler Fiends. And then the Helldrake to harass and cause you problems and make you deal with him.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So because you finished deploying first, you get to go first, or you get to choose who goes first.
Yes, and you can go first.
Okay. Right. Interesting.
So, no steal on this one. Sorry.
So you wouldn't like to steal the initiative either?
No.
Oh, okay. Right, perfect.
No.
So, interesting. Obviously, my first turn is incredibly short, as you probably have all seen in the past from the Eternal Slaughter, until I start adding in some of these nice new obliterators and such. We're going to go racing across the board and try and start carving up some of the Xenos scum. Let's move into Chaos Space Marines, turn 1. So the Dark Apostle fights back the bite of the Butcher's nails, and this is what he screams across the Heretic's Vox. Rise to glory, kill a character basically with a character, or a vehicle or monster with a character, and then, or at least make sure that 1 wound is dealt by that character. Probably not going to happen this turn. Kingslayer, kill the Warlord, sever the Synaptic Link on the battlefield, and then defend Objective 2 and Objective 3. Let's go and have a look at what the Chaos Space Marines have done. So the Rhinos were slammed into full forward, engines screaming across the battlefield. That one's parked itself on Objective 3 and started to defend. This one is back in support. Remember, Dark Apostle, Khan, Exalted Champion, and Dark Apostle's in here. This one's blocking up the middle of the ruined city, so start to move in. The Siege Crawler has crawled through the gap. He advanced a massive 6 inches to sit himself in front of the bugs. Do they deal with Rhino or do they deal with Mauler Fiends? These 2 Mauler Fiends have pushed round on this flank because over here is Objective 2, and I'm now within 3 inches. So I have started defending both objectives, and it'll be down to the Tyranids to stop them, to put down to the Hive Mind's plan. Finally, the Helldrake moved its 30 inches up on top of the ruin to stare down The Hive Tyrant.
Hive Tyrant,
I
yes.
almost couldn't remember. And we've had a look at them, and with wounds and toughness and stuff, they're kind of similar.
It's going to be an aerial duel, isn't it?
Yeah.
On top of a building.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, perfect. So we're going to start off with, well, we're going to move straight into the Chaos Space Marine Psychic phase. And that's done. And then we're going to move into the shooting phase. We don't have any psychers. We don't really have any guns. I should mention all three of these have pop smoke, just to give me some sort of extra defence, because I advanced on turn 1 anyway. And there's probably a little point in doing it later on in the game, because I'll probably be in combat with everything anyway. So we've done that now, which means we've got one gun to fire. That's my Helldrake's Bale Flamer. So we're going to fire the... do I? What's your toughness?
7.
Toughness 7?
Yep.
So we're going to spend the first command point this game turn, this round phase. Wait a minute. I had to check. I think this is right. I'm going to stick Demon Forge on him for a single command point. The hitting doesn't matter because it's an auto hit flamer, but the reroll to wounds will matter. And the reason why I was not sure is because I also want to use it in the fight phase. Now I believe, like command point rerolls, you can use the same stratagem in 2 different phases. I think that's fine. You're okay with it, right?
Yeah.
So, D6 shots with the Bale Flamer for 2. So I'll spend another command point to get 1 shot. That was worth it, right? Also hit with on 5s with rerolls for Demon Forge, and I've just spent 2 command points for nothing. So that's the end of the shooting phase.
Spent 2 command points, and he coughed.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Not so much in the way of liquid promethium spewing forth from his mouth. So what we're going to do instead is charge you, and I'm sure we'll suffer a bucket ton of Overwatch. The charge distance is... I'm burning that dice because that's the same one. The charge distance is a 5.
Enough.
We'll get in. Let's do some Overwatch.
Yep.
Brain Leech Worms flying through the air. 1 finds its mark. A 3-up save, which we pass. And then we move into combat.
Indeed.
I'll move it in a second.
That's fine.
But we have 4 attacks. I'm going to spend another command point in the hope this time it works better.
Shocking.
And Demon Forge, yeah, exactly. And Demon Forge does some work for me. We now have 4 attacks. Now, because I'm fighting something with the fly keyword with my Helldrake's Claws, I hit on 2s. And I don't reroll anything because they all hit. I'm strength 7. Your toughness is
7.
So I wound on 4s. And I get to reroll for Demon Forge. So I do have 4 wounds at AP minus... It's AP minus 1 or 2, so you're 4 up saving if you're invulnerable.
4 up invulns. Yeah,
so 4 up invulnerable saves.
Loves it.
Okay, right. So
Punchback?
So, yeah. So basically, the turn has cost me nothing but 3 command points. Brilliant.
Tee-hee.
Right, winner. So the Helldrake takes a strike at that Hive Tyrant as it goes flying past and absolutely fails to find its mark. The Hive Tyrant dodges, turns around, faces the Helldrake and hits on 2s.
2s. 3 hits. There's no rerolls or anything. He hasn't got any close combat weapons. Strength 6, toughness 7, 5s.
5s. And he does wound the Drake.
No AP.
3-up save. And he does wound the Drake. So the Hive Tyrant spins out of the Helldrake's grasp and kicks a hole in it somewhere.
Yeah.
So end of Chaos Space Marines. I haven't risen to glory, and I'm going to bin that one.
Okay.
I haven't killed the king, but I'm going to keep hold of that obviously because I'm going to try to. As far as defending Objective 2 and defending Objective 3 is concerned, I've started on both. And what I've actually done is spent 3 command points and cost myself a wound.
Well played.
Well, you know, Corn cares not and all that. So let's move into Tyranids turn 2 and show you a slightly longer, probably more productive, turn 1, sorry, yeah. A slightly longer, more productive turn.
Maybe.
As Hive Fleet.
Shai Halud.
I'm never going to be able to say that.
No, I know, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you picked that name, right?
More or less.
Comes tearing across the battlefield and starts to engage with the Chaos Space Marines. So after a woeful assault from the Chaos Space Marines, the Hive Mind has spoken its orders to its fleet. No prisoners, destroy units, area denial, clear the ruins, assassinate, kill a character, and the priority orders for the Warlord is to secure Objective 1. Not entirely sure the Neurothrope is going to make it across to Objective 1 because Objective 1 is there and the Neurothrope is currently there.
And he moves 5 inches.
Is that it? So he's just going to sort of float across for 5 turns?
He does fly, but not very far.
Okay, so let's come back after the Tyranids movement phase. Okay, so we're in the Tyranid movement phase, and as expected, the Hive Mind has simply commanded the bugs to advance everywhere. So Termagants have poured forward here. Yep. They got a 5-inch advance.
Yeah.
So they pushed on. They are now within 3 inches of that objective, which is objective 3. So they are going to stop me from defending objective 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of expected anyway, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens in the future. What they have done also, they've stringed down here and offered some sort of protection to the Tervigan and to the Warlord, etc. The Gene Stealers and the Broodlord, they've advanced and pushed through this ruins. I often forget that they can advance and charge. So they've moved a rapid distance through the ruins. You expect no less from Gene Stealers. They've been left alone, so it looks like I will successfully defend objective 2.
Yeah, I think it'd be too much of a stretch to try and get over there and realistically drag 2 Mauler Fiends off the objective. I'd be diverting forces over there. I'm quite happy you've got 2 blokes over there.
So the Hive Tyrant, however, did disengage from the Helldrake. Obviously, he struck it before he turned and fled, and he's now spun back around, ready to spit worms through the air once more and choke up that demon engine. Down to 11 wounds, as you see there, those nice little dice from SM Bat Reports. You're now ready, you reckon. Look at the man with the clipboard. You can tell he's in health and safety. You're now ready for the psychic phase.
It is psychic time. Yeah.
Psychic time.
So you've got 1 deny, I'm very aware of. So the first thing I need to do, which is most important, is I need to cast Onslaught with the Tervigon on these Termagants.
Which will allow you to advance, as you already have, and then charge.
Charge,
Cool,
indeed.
go for it.
Indeed.
Onslaught is a warp charge value of
6.
And you need...
Ooh, 6, yes.
You've got a clipboard, how do you not know?
It's here, 6. Got cards.
Okay, cool.
That's the perils, but I'll take it.
That's the perils. I'm going to try and deny with a command point for Scorn of Sorcery.
Do I want to No, let me re-roll that.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice. So there's no... he's used a command point. There's no... what's the word? Perils of the Warp, so you will not suffer any more wounds. I'm going to spend a command point. Scorn of Sorcery is a stratagem, and if a World Eater's unit is within, or Khorne unit is within 24 inches, it can attempt to deny as if it was a Psyker. Essentially what happens is, I roll a single dice, on a 4+, I deny it. I don't deny it.
Lovely.
I don't want to spend another command point with 6 left.
You haven't done any stratagems yet, have you? Oh, no, you've done Demon Forge.
You've done Demon Forge. Yeah, that went well, didn't it?
Yeah, well.
This is a stratagem as well. I'm concerned that they're going to wrap that Rhino up, and if they do rack it, then I can't get guys out, and then they all die as well.
Yeah.
And Khan's in there.
Khan's in there, yeah.
We're going to re-roll it. Yes, a 6. We deny Onslaught. Thank God for that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's that one done. The Brainbug, the Warlord, is going to cast Catalyst on the Gene Sneakers. You can see one through the window.
Catalyst gives you a 5+ feel no pain.
It does indeed. It's cast on a 6. He gets to reroll 1s because he's a Neurothrope. Oh,
It doesn't
fails
get to roll that one though.
anyway.
So not the strongest at the moment. Currently the Warp is too strong for the Hive Mind.
Seems so.
It does. Next,
It's going to do Smite.
on to the Helldrake.
Helldrake.
Are you sure you want to do that one first? Because Smite gets worse, right?
Yeah, that's
what-
true. And I can reroll 1s. Okay,
exactly.
we'll come back to that one then. No, that's a good shout. Thank you. That's very generous, kind of, isn't it?
And it's tactics for people watching as well, right?
Absolutely, it is.
He has a buff because he can reroll 1. So if you smite with the Hive Tyrant first,
Yes.
that's a 5. Then you smite with him, that's a 6. If you roll a 1, at least you get a chance of getting higher than that 5, right? That's my theory behind it anyway.
Yes. And I can't attempt Catalyst again, can I?
No.
Which is a shame. Okay, so the Hive Tyrant then is going to cast Psychic Scream, first of all there, which is basically Smite.
Okay.
That goes off.
On an 8 for D3 more
D3
wounds.
more wounds. 2.
2 more wounds. Nothing I can do about it. We're down to less than 11. Yeah, 9.
9, yeah.
9. 11 minus 2 is 9.
9. It is 9.
Yes.
I can confirm that is true.
We are.
Second power then with the Tyrant is going to be Smite.
Of course.
Does not go off. I'm not going to reroll that.
No.
And we've got the Brood Lord in the middle there.
Oh, this one here, yeah?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's going to smite the
Mauler?
Yeah, he's going to smite the Mauler. Yeah. So it's on 6. Also doesn't go off. Terrible
dear.
psychic phase. So now we'll do the smite on the.
Yeah, of course. Now you want
Helldrake
the ones.
Indeed.
Well, you don't want the ones.
Well, there's a 1 there. I can re-roll that.
See, benefits, and
There you
and
go.
you
Goes
cast
off.
it. That
Yeah.
just proves that the tactics
Yay!
work.
So-
Proves that the tactics work. D3 mortal wounds.
D3.
For another 2.
2.
So he's down to 7 wounds
7
remaining.
wounds.
1 more wound off of him, and he is in his reduced profile.
Indeed.
So he is wounded. The demon engine is hurt, but it's not that bad currently.
No.
And that's the end of the Tyranid psychic phase.
Indeed, it is. Yes.
It seems that the God of Khorne presence is quite strong today.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing that one, but there we go.
As we move into Tyranids. shooting phase. And we start off over here. The Hive Tyrant who banked round now opens fire into the Helldrake. 24 shots from its 2 Twin-Link Devourers.
Hitting on 3s. No rerolls.
Totaling 15 hits. He's a strength 6, so they wound on 5s. Remember, I've only got 7 wounds left.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So 7 wounds on the Helldrake, which is exactly the number he needs, but that will require me to fail 7 3-up saves. And we fail 3, which does put me on middle bracket. Takes me down to 4 wounds remaining. And in an attempt to bring down this Infernal Demon engine, the Tervigan's now going to fire a Stinger Salvo up at the Helldrake. So 4 shots. Hitting on
4s. Only the 1.
Oh dear, only the 1. Strength is not very good.
5s. Nope.
Oh dear,
Does
no
nothing.
wins.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
We're okay, we're okay. So that's that. The Helldrake sits atop that ruin, smoking, wounded, but still alive just. All that's left to shoot, I believe, is the little bugs.
Yes, indeed it is. Yeah, so we'll just count those up, shall we? See how many I've got in range.
Because they're only a 12-inch range, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 12-inch range.
Cool. Okay, and finally these 30 Termagants are going to open fire. So 3 of them can't reach the Rhino, and they're going to fire into the Mauler Fiend. The other 27 are going to hit the Rhino. They're only strength 4, and they're 1 shot each.
They are 1 shot each.
Basically, bolt pistols is what you said.
Bolt pistols, basically, yeah.
But we are spending a command point for Scorched Bugs, which gives +1 to wound. There's a bucket on a dice. We'll come back with saving throws. So all 30 Termagants have opened up. Bugs spewing forth from their flesh borers. 3 into the Mauler. Managed 2 wounds with the special stratagem thing that you've got.
Scorch Bugs.
So, thank you. And then the other 27, I'm sitting there looking at you whilst you're drinking your water. Sorry, the other 27 did 12 wounds on the Rhino. We should also mention they hit on 4s, reroll 1s for the Tervigan nearby, which is remember. So the 12 on the Rhino. Now you need me to fail 10 3-up saves.
Yes, please.
Here's the 12. I failed a few, but not 10. The armour standing firm mostly against the bugs. Only 5 burrowed their way through the Ceramite. Yeah. And then the 2 over here are for the Mauler Fiend. Again, 3-up saves. And both of those saves, the Mauler Fiend's okay.
So if 5 went through on the Rhino, if I were to do it again...
Potentially another 5 could go through.
Could, couldn't it?
It could happen.
I think maybe I'll spend 2 command points then. We'll try it again,
to fire a second time?
Might as well.
Let's do it. So, end of the shooting phase, 2 command points for a Tyranid stratagem, which name currently escapes me, allows him to fire a second time as Mike frantically
Single-minded annihilation.
There we go. They get to fire again. 27 into Rhino, 3 into the Mauler Fiend. And this time, one does burrow deep into the Mauler Fiend's flesh, metal, sort of abomination that thing is. 1 wound off of him already. 8 into the Rhino, however. So we now have 8 more, drop 1 already, 8 more 3-up saves. Thank you, Mikey. We've only got 5 wins left. We lose 3 more. The Rhino survives with a single with 2 wounds remaining.
Blast!
So Rhino survives just. Bugs tearing through the Ceramite, trying to find their way to the soft, squishy core within.
The yummy goodness inside.
That does mark the end of your shooting phase.
It does, indeed.
And we move into the Tyranids charge phase. And I would imagine we're not going to see no charges.
There will be some charges.
I thought there would be some charges.
There will be some.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to go straight into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. It's quite simple. Gene Stealers and Broodlord are going to be charging some stuff.
Yeah, I thought they might.
So, the Gene Stealers are going to charge the Rhino and the Mauler Fiend.
Yes.
And the Broodlord is going to charge the Mauler Fiend.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Okay, brilliant. Perfect. So, Gene Stealers will make their charge roll first. If we do that over here, because if that's massive, that's 7. Do they get any bonuses to their charge?
No.
Okay.
That's it, as it is.
It's not bad.
They're not Krakens. So
and Broodlord, he gets to go. This is where you re-roll.
Okay, I'll roll it again.
5. So that's what you need, right?
Yeah.
I'll just do some quick Overwatch off camera, and then we'll move the Gene Stealers into combat. And after the charge move has been made, it looks a little bit like this. I think we know the tactic. Don't forget, infantry ignore ruins whilst moving through. So it made it quite easy for him to use those 7 inches to sort of start pushing around this rhino. This is pre 3-inch piles. The reason why they're not exactly next to the rhino is because when you pile in, if he'd put it right next to the rhino base to base, he couldn't move it any further because it's further away. As long as he ends up closer to the model than he did when he started, he can now get some additional move. Basically, if he bubble wraps and blows that up, I won't be able to get anything out inside, and inside is 8 Berserkers and the Dark Apostle, who's the Warlord. So if he manages, I might be able to get one up right here, maybe one model I can get out, I don't know.
Ooh.
Otherwise I'm going to lose the lot, which is going to be very painful. The Broodlord obviously ploughed into the back end of that Mauler Fiend, and it definitely doesn't look like he's trying to mount it.
He's going to tear him a new...
Yes, okay, tail.
Indeed.
Yeah, right, perfect. So now we're going to choose to activate something, I assume.
Yes, we are.
What would you like to activate?
I am going to activate the Broodlord.
That's exactly what I would have done as well. Otherwise, I may have been turned around and tried
to punch him in the face.
Exactly. Although I did learn something interesting on the last battle report. I think it was with Mikey from Hellstorm.
Yeah.
And that is that I can't use Demon Forge in your fight phase.
Oh, interesting.
It specifically states it has to be my fight phase.
Well, that's very good news for me then, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that at all. But thank you, Chris Shepherd from SM Battle Reports, for pointing that one out to me after you watched it and making me cry slightly. Anyway, Broodlord. Many attacks, lots of strength.
6 attacks.
Okay.
It's not that formidable. He's got some good old rend on him. But
He's a Broodlord though, right?
Yeah, he's Broodlord. Yeah. He is that.
Mikey.
Let's get my handy dandy.
Back out of the clipboard. So 6 attacks, hitting
6
on.
6 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Of course, that's all 6 hits.
Yeah. And he is strength 5.
Strength 5. Oh, okay, so 5s.
Yeah, he's re-rolls all his wounds though.
That 6 is important.
It is indeed, yeah.
Okay, so 3 wounds.
3. Okay, so the 6 is AP -6 and damage 3.
So that is a 5-up demon save, which we pass.
And those are just -3 D3 damage.
So these are 5-up demon saves, which I pass both of them. The Mauler Fiend stands. I don't feel the need to interrupt. So now you can activate your Gene Sneakers, and pile them in 3 inches.
Yes.
And the Gene Stealers rapidly clamber all over the ruins, all over the vehicles, over the Demon Engine. There's 4 that are attacking the Mauler Fiend and 14 that can fight the Rhino. So I'll do the 4 on the Mauler Fiend first, because we can show them because there's not that many.
Yep.
They are 4 attacks each whilst they number this many.
Hitting on 2s because of the Broodlord's effect.
Oh no. That's many hits.
They are hitting with Rending Claws.
Of course.
So strength 4, toughness 7, hitting on 5s, but 6s are AP, very good.
And they can reroll 1s?
No, because they're not Siphon Talons. So.
What, to wound? I thought they could reroll to wound rolls of 1 the Rending Claws. I might be wrong. I don't know NIDS.
No.
Okay.
I'll check.
I'll take your word for it.
No, I'm pretty confident on that one. So it's not that many. There we go. 1 just goes through. Oh, demon save.
What's these? AP -1.
1.
Okay, so 2 4-up saves. Pass 1 and fail 1, and 1 5-up demon save. That's a fail. So 2 3.
Yeah.
So that puts him down to 9 remaining, and then we've got the other many, 14, attacking the Rhino.
Yes.
And after the Rending Claws from the 14 Gene Stealers came ripping into the armour of the Rhino, that's a total of 56 attacks. You've ended up with 6 6s that are AP -4. So they're straight through.
Yep.
Okay, because it's only a Rhino, so it's only got a 3-up armour save. We then have 7 at AP -1. So these are 4-up saves, and I have 4 wounds left. A fail of 4.
Yes.
The Rhino explodes. Please explode. It doesn't explode.
Close.
The Rhino is a wreck. Let's see if we can get anything out of that. Okay, so the Rhino is a wreck. We've just checked the rules to make sure I'm doing this right, because I thought I was doing it right, and I just don't like being shouted at. So basically what happens is that Rhino is a wreck. You then have to disembark as many models as you possibly can. Now, disembarking, I have to be within 3 inches of the Rhino, but not within an inch of an enemy model. Doesn't say wholly within 3 inches. So these 5 guys have all got out here. They are just within 3 of the Rhino, but they are not within an inch of the Gene Stealers, because you managed to only get a single threader on the back of that Rhino.
Yeah.
The Dark Apostle got out here. Then, once you have disembarked your models, you then roll a d6 for every model that has managed to safely disembark. On a 1, a model is slain. I did roll a 1, so this guy here is slain. Okay?
Yep.
That's right? You happy
Yeah,
with
I'm
that?
happy with that. Yeah,
Now,
that sounds right.
What that means is, I then move into the morale phase. I will remove the rhino in a minute, but that's careful and delicate work because there's G-Stealer's claws everywhere.
You've forgotten one thing.
What's that mean?
Mauler
Fighting back
field.
with the Mauler, yeah. We'll fight back with the Mauler any minute.
Cool.
But in the morale phase, because I'm thinking about it now, and if I
Yes.
fight back with the Mauler, I'll forget about this as well.
Yeah.
I now have to take a leadership check because I've lost 4 models.
Uh-huh.
The champ is still alive, which makes him leadership 8, but the Dark Apostle's nearby, and with his, I can't remember the special rule, Archdemigod or something, they use his leadership of 9. So essentially, on a 5, I've lost 5 models. No, I've lost 4 models.
4 models.
So on a 6, I lose another model. Like that. So it wasn't too bad for you, Mikey P.
No, that's good.
I did still lose another model. Now I'll remove the Rhino, and what we'll also do is fight back with the Mauler Fiend. So he has 4 attacks with his Mauler Fiend fist, because he's still at 9 wounds.
So what are you putting all your attacks into?
Broodlord.
All of it?
Broodlord.
Yeah.
Hitting on... I can't use Demon Forge. Hitting on 4s, 2 hits. Strength 12.
Yeah, it's 2s.
1 wound. AP -3. You have an invulnerable save, dear
5
sir,
up.
which you pass.
Loves it.
And then we have 6 Lasher Tendril attacks from the Morphine, again hitting on 4s. So we hit 3 times. These are strength 6.
First, so 3s.
So I wound you 3 times. They're AP -2.
5 ups.
You pass 1, and they're 2 damage each. So 4 wounds in total.
That puts them down to 6.
Down to...
Sorry, down to 2. Sorry,
But
he's got
I say
6.
down to 6.
No.
Beefcake.
No.
So your Mauler Fiend does rip some wounds off of that Broodlord. That's not a terrible turn for the Tyranids, to be honest. You've dominated, or you've got yourself some severe board control across the middle here.
Yeah.
Come swarming across. Let's not forget there's still Termagants, a Trigon Prime, and a Hive Tyrant in reserve.
Yep.
So that's not bad at all.
It's not too bad.
Have you scored any points? More importantly.
No.
All right. Okay. Simply put, no.
Which is sad because normally with Tyranids with ball control, what I like to do is get out there and score lots of points early on.
You do, yeah. I've played you before. You've done exactly that.
Yeah.
But you're not in a bad place.
No.
As we move into Chaos Space Marines World Eaters, turn 2. After clambering out of his wrecked Rhino, the Dark Apostle screams more orders across the Vox. We still have Kingslayer and Defend 3. We have just at the end of Tyranids turn 1 defended Objective 2 for 2 victory points. And then the 2 new ones we pulled were Secure Objective 6 and Assassinate, kill a character. However, the Hive Mind intercepted that signal with a stratagem.
Yeah.
Call signal interrupt.
Yeah.
And you said I can't score that one on this turn.
Correct.
That's what it stopped. So I can still score it next turn.
Yes.
But for a command point, I can't score it this turn.
It's just frozen it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because you've got a Broodlord on 2 wounds.
On 2 wounds, facing up against the Mauler Fiend.
So yeah, I think it's a fair one that the Hive Mind
that
has
would be
decided to stop that one.
Auto point that would be for you. So yep.
Perfect. Let's go into let's come back. Sorry, after Chaos Space Marines movement phase. Okay, it's the end of the Eternal Slaughter's movement phase, and it's time to take the fight to the bugs. It's time to start spraying Xenos filth everywhere. So, it's been aggressive, obviously. Over here, we swapped places. We moved the Berserkers over there and put the Dark Apostle in here. We then got a bunch of Berserkers out of Rhino, because basically I want to clear up all these Gene Stealers, otherwise they're going to get to me, and I need to make that fight fair, or make that fight happen first. That Rhino then sped round the corner here, looking at ploughing into the Termagants, probably eating the Overwatch, whilst these Berserkers, who were with Khan, got out to take them on and try and clear some of that number down, aware that they can respawn and he can regenerate as well. The Exalted Champion is in support of these Berserkers. He gives them not +1 to wound, he gives them rerolls to wound. And then Khan's come out barreling this way to take on a Broodlord, because why not?
Yeah.
This Mauler Fiend, he's come inside the ruins now, the Siege Crawler pushing through, sensing prey in front of him as the other one has come back to secure Objective 6. And the final move, which is quite a big one, the Helldrake has leapt over and landed next to the Neurothrope, ready to engage that. Having said that, if you witnessed his first attempt, it might not be that frightening.
It was a bit whiffy.
It was a bit whiffy. With that, we don't have a psychic phase, and we're going to roll straight into the World Eaters shooting phase. So 2 combi bolters have ploughed into the turbo gun, causing 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves.
Well, she is Jormungandr, so she gets a +1 cover save. So she's got 2-up save.
2-up saves, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Fine.
I was going to shoot into the termagants, and I didn't, because you'd probably start removing away from here.
Yes.
If I start destroying bugs, it just makes my charge bigger and means I can get less people into melee, so I didn't want to do that. And then the main event for shooting. So over here, the combi melter can't target Gene Stealers or Broodlord because the Gene Stealers are engaged in combat, even though it's all the way over here. Same for grenades, same for Khan's plasma pistol, so there's no point firing that. And I don't want, like I said, to shoot at the termagants because I want to make sure I can maximise my effectiveness when I charge. So now the main event, Hell Turkey will of course shoot into your Warlord.
Go for it, go on.
D6 shots. 1 again. Come on, point. That will teach me. That will teach me for not letting the dice tell the story. Strength 6, toughness 5.
Ching. It's toughness 4.
3's to wound.
Yeah.
I do wound. AP minus, it doesn't matter because you've got a 3 plus 1.
3 up in button.
Which you pass. Okay, well. You might not see him again in the future. Right, okay.
It's a bit pup.
And that's the end of my shooting phase. Let's hope this next phase, the corn phase, is significantly more successful.
Yes, I think it should be.
So charges, Helldrake will charge into floaty head bug thing.
Yep.
Berserkers, etc. charge into Jinxes, you can't overwatch. Over here, this Rhino is going to charge in first to the Termagants, which should eat all the overwatch to allow the Berserkers to charge in afterwards. Let's come back after the overwatch into the Rhino. Overwatch occurred. They did manage to scratch the Rhino, but its armour stood firm. He then screeched around the corner and ploughed into those Termagants, giving the Berserkers some space to move in. They then rolled a 7-inch charge, and they've all managed to engage the Termagants. So now we're going to let loose with our chain axes of doom. Your toughness 3, right?
3.
Wow, so these are strength 6 and win on 2s.
Yeah.
There's 3 chain axe attacks per Berserker apart from the champion, plus the chainsword for each guy, plus the champion's got 4 power fist attacks. They hit on 3s, they wound on 2s. It could be brutal. So let's come back with the results of that. What's your armour save?
It'll be 6+.
Is that so? The Jormungandr thing only counts against range, right?
They advanced in the previous turn, so
they
they
don't get a bonus?
get a bonus.
This could be brutal. So there's 21 chain axe attacks. 21 attacks from the chain axes hitting on 3s. I'm going to get Death to the False Emperor for a change.
Aww.
So used to fighting the Imperium.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So we miss with a total of 6, which still isn't bad.
This is the axes, is it?
Yeah. So
2s
these
then?
wound on 2s. And they're AP -1. So all of them. So 5, 10, 15. 15 are killed already.
Yeah.
And then we're going to fight with the 8 chain swords. I think is probably the one that makes sense.
Yeah.
These again hit on 3s. 2 dice from the floor. Oh. Seems little bugs are hard to hit.
Yeah.
And wound on 3s because they're strength 5. So that's 2 more with 6-up armour save this time, Mikey.
Oh, I'll do those now then.
Yeah? No, 2 more die. And then we've got 4 attacks from a power fist hitting on 4s. Oh dear. Killing on 2s. Oh dear. So 1 more is crushed between the fingers of a power fist, meaning so far you've lost a total of 17. Now, you have to remove those now before I get to fight again with those Berserkers.
Yes.
Yes. I also am aware that I forgot a charge over there with Mauler Fiend. My fault.
Charge it in now.
But yeah, let's remove some Termagants. Okay, so Mikey pulled away his 18 Termagants. I then obviously consolidated 3 inches because I was no longer engaged. Now, importantly, Berserkers will get to activate again in a minute, and they'll pile in 3 inches because they're a charging unit, even though they're not within an inch of an enemy model, because they performed the charge, they get the pile in no matter what, which will mean I can get 1 or 2 more guys in range to fight again for a second time. But we're going to come over here. Obviously, I forgot to show you this mashup where Berserkers and Mauler Fiends and all sorts of stuff charging over here, because I told you it was going to happen and he couldn't overwatch, but we got excited about Overwatch. I'm now going to fight with Khan because I want to kill that Broodlord, even though you took that card away from me. On the charge, Khan does have a total of 7 attacks because he's a beast, and he hits on 2s. And he's within an inch of the Mauler Fiend, so that 1 is going to hit the Mauler Fiend. I'll wound the Mauler Fiend on 4s. I don't wound the Mauler Fiend, that's cool. The other 6 attacks are all hits, however. He's strength 7, so I wound you on 3s. I wound you 4 times. They're all AP -4, and they're all D3 damage each.
5 up in ones then.
5 up. 1 saves, 3 fail.
He dead.
He will die.
He dead.
Does he do any sort of death throwing stuff?
No.
He just dies.
Yeah, he's good.
So the Broodlord's been torn down. That's a good start. And now we're going to move on to Berserkers here into Gene Sneakers. So the first squad in here have let loose the Butcher's Nails singing in their brain. With rerolls for the Dark Apostle being nearby, we have managed 22 wounds on the Gene Stealers between Chain Axes, Chainswords and Power Fists. They're all single win models and they all have 5+ invulnerable saves. So basically you can do these all together, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Many dice.
Many dice. So let's roll these suckers.
Many deployment zone.tv dice.
Indeedy.
Available on the website.
Yeah, oh, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many die, Mikey?
8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
16 of how many?
20.
16 of 20 have been slain. Oh dear. Interesting. Now, I can't tell you what's going to fight next until I know where he's removed them from. So let's see which Gene Stealers fall. So he has cleared out in here. So they all get a consolidation, pile-in consolidation. He'll get a pile-in consolidation. They'll get a pile-in consolidation. I'll do all that in a minute. Basically, when they get to activate, they'll get to do all those moves. So these guys are going to get a free 12-inch move, essentially. Okay,
Yeah.
so they'll activate twice, which means they'll get to pile in and consolidate twice, each being 3 inches. They'll get a free 12-inch move. These guys will get another 6-inch move, well, 9 inches, in fact, including their consolidation, and he'll get a free 6-inch move. We'll do all that later. We're more worried about the fight that's left here, which is Mauler Fiend against Gene Stealers and Khan and his second activation, and the Helldrake over here to take on the Brain Bug.
Neurothrope.
I think I'm going to start with the Helldrake, actually, to be honest with you. He's only got 3 attacks now. Now, he hits on 4s now, but you've got the fly keyword.
I have.
So he hits on 3s.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a command point for Demon Forge because it's done me so well in the past.
Because now it is your turn.
So 3s to hit. Don't need the rerolls. I'm strength 7.
I am toughness 4.
3s to wound. I do need a reroll. I do get to wound. That's 3 wounds. At AP minus, it doesn't matter because you've got 3+ invulnerable saves.
3+ invuln. Ooh, one
You
goes
do
through.
fail 1 and it's D3 damage.
Indeed.
For 2 wounds.
Oh, okay. It's down to
wounds off the
3
neurothrope.
remaining.
Only 3. Why can't I kill anything with a Helldrake? Over here, Khan's going to activate and eat the rest of those Gene Sneakers, because why not?
Yeah, go for it.
So hitting on 2s. I do hit the Mauler Fiend again, which I wound on 4s. I don't wound. These 6, however, will wound the Gene Stealers on 3s. Toughness 4, right?
Yes.
So that's 5 more at AP minus 4, and you have 5+ invulnerable saves.
2 5-ups. That's what I need. No, they're dead.
They're not. The Gene Stealers get killed, and I
They're
now
dead.
get to do lots of pile-ins and consolidations and pile-ins and consolidations. I'll be right back. So before the last move of the fight phase, I'll just show you what's happened. The Exalted Giant, the Dark Apostle, the Warlord, he's pushed up 6 inches, 3-inch consolidate, 3-inch pile-in, or the other way around. They could have moved a total of 12 inches, but I haven't. I've kept them behind him to offer some sort of layer of protection just in case, because you've still got deep strikers. These guys got basically a consolidate, pile and consolidate, 9 inches they pushed in there. Mauler Fiend gets a free move because he did make a successful charge. And over here, these guys have pushed up their 3 inches. We've worked it out. It means I can get 3 more guys in range of the termagants. So I've got 3 more guys hitting on 3s. And these are strength 6, so winning on 2s.
Yep.
An AP minus 1, so it's 3 more are dead. Plus
Yep.
3 chain swords.
Go on.
Hits. 2 more wounds at AP minus 1, so 2 6-ups.
No, they don't get a save because they're 6-ups, and they don't get the Yarn Gunner because they advance.
Yeah, chain swords aren't AP minus 1.
Oh, sorry.
So 2 more 6-ups.
2 more 6-ups. Apologies.
So 5 more die,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay, fair enough.
Pushing us into... Oh, and you've got a morale to take as
1,
well now.
2. How come?
Oh, synapse, not...
Synapse. Yeah, no.
Ignore
very
morale,
good.
does it?
Yeah, totally.
Bugs. Bugs everywhere. It's a bug planet.
Guess what's happening in the next turn?
I guess they're all coming back.
Not all of them, though.
But many of them will probably come back.
Many more bugs.
Which is, I mean, that's important as well, right? Because if I'd have killed those last 4, 5, 6, 7, you could have also spent 2 command points to just bring the whole unit back.
Indeed.
Ouch.
Yes.
It doesn't cost reinforcement points, people either. It doesn't cost reinforcement points. That really hurts. So there is some fighting back to do with your brain bug. I'm not sure if we can do much.
I will do it.
But you can bite at me a little bit,
yeah.
I suppose.
He's got 1 attack.
Oh.
Hits on a 4. He hits.
He does hit.
He is strength 4.
So he wins on a 5?
No.
If you'd have wounded him then, I may have table flipped.
Hilarious.
So the Khorne have now... The Khorne? The Hounds of Abaddon, the worshippers of Khorne, use your words, Liam. They have now cleared out these ruins. They have pushed through and cleansed them from the forward operating gene stealers. We have started to push back the assault that tried to take down the Rhino previously. We're now looking like, on feeling we're in a strong position. We have scored some points. We have over here secured objective 6 to put us on 3 VPs. Now we've cleared this part of the ruin, we've started to defend objective 3 again. We did kill a character for assassinate, but we can't score it because the Hive mine interrupted that signal. And although Khan went and obliterated that Broodlord, he wasn't aware that was for strategic purpose. So
he's not the most strategic of characters, is he?
I don't think he's strategic in the slightest.
Yeah, no.
He's just chained up in the back of the Rhino, so I choose to release him.
Kill something, doesn't he?
Yeah, so it's looking strong, but the Tyranids are about to receive reinforcements as we move into Hive Fleet Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Turn 2. So it's the start of Tyranids turn 2 and the Hive mind has pulsed once more. We ditched priority orders received. I can't talk.
Easy
today.
for you to say.
Yeah, I know. It's what Knights does here. Secure objective 1 from priority orders received we have ditched because it does not seem fathomable that poor brain bug who's currently being assaulted by a demon engine will make it all the way across the board.
He'd need like 10 turns to get there.
He does, which means we've still got no prisoners, we've still got area denial, and we still need to kill characters. No prisoners, remember, is a single victory point for killing a unit, and it's D3 for killing 3 to 5, and it's D6 for killing D3 plus 3, or no, basically kill 6 and 1, you get more
Kill
points.
lots.
Kill stuff and get points. Finally, the new one, Swarm, which, although the glare is there, basically you score a victory point if you control more objectives than your opponent.
Yes.
We'll come right back after Tyranid's movement phase. And we're at the end of the Tyranid movement phase, and Mikey P, I don't think I've ever seen you do so much thinking in all of our long relationship.
Smells like smoke in here, doesn't it?
It does smell like burning. So talk us through what you've done.
So, spawn some more bugs. You do that at the start of your movement phase.
Yeah.
And then moved her back as well. So, spawn them in, move her back, and then these have come back as well, just to sort of screen here.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because, look at all this stuff.
Because many berserkers
Indeed.
make light work.
Many berserkers. Neurothrope's pulled out of combat with the Helldrake.
Yeah.
Not moved him, maybe a little shuffle.
There's a reason for this, which we'll tell you about in a minute.
Indeed. That'll be in the next phase. So over here, we've got the Trigon Prime has come in with the 20 term against 10 of which have got the Devourers.
Yeah.
They've popped in here because I want that dead.
That's the Exalted Champion, if you can't see him very clearly.
Character.
And then you also need that dead, right?
That dead as well, because that, I can show you, whoop,
has an objective.
Has an objective. So if I kill that,
Oh, we don't know how many wounds it had left. It must have been 20.
2.
Oh, okay.
If that is dead, you're not holding that objective.
Of course, yeah.
I'm holding this one here.
That's one apiece because I'm currently holding one over here.
And you're holding one over there.
And as I pan out, there's a big purple-headed wound ferret right there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So no guess is required. He's charging in there into the Maul of Fiends.
That's pretty obvious, right?
Doesn't have to kill it, to be fair, just to contest the objective. Then I will be controlling more objectives than you. So
but with no prisoners, killing it would help.
It would indeed.
Because you could wreck a Maul of Fiend there. That's 1. You could wreck a Rhino there, 2. You could kill an Exalted Champion there, 3.
Yeah.
You could kill a Helldrake there, 4. And you could take a couple of units of Berserkers out as well, potentially 5 and 6.
Fingers crossed.
And we start hitting the realms of either D3 or 3 plus D3 victory points.
That's the plan.
In which case this game turns massively on its head.
Yeah.
And then I'm starting to be banished to the warp.
You know what they say about plans, though?
Yeah, they never...
Don't survive first contact.
No, exactly,
so
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
And it might be that we are encouraged very quickly to retreat back into the Eye of Terror.
Oh, I do hope so.
We'll see what happens. So we're going to roll straight into the psychic phase.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mikey's told me he knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, so the main object of the psychic phase is to kill this Helldrake.
Yes.
So first thing we're going to do is with Turvagon, we're going to smite.
Okay.
On a 5. It goes off on a 6. Do you wish to deny?
Not yet.
D3. Just the 1.
Just 1. So that's 4 left. That's why I didn't deny just yet.
Sadness.
Much sadness.
Much sadness.
And next is?
Next we'll do the Hive Tyrant. He's going to smite into here as well.
He gets +1 now, so it's 6 is to cast.
No, he doesn't get +1.
No, I mean it is +1 to cast.
Sorry. Yes, indeed. 6. Does not go off.
He's thinking about command pointing it. Mr. Andy Byrne will be very upset with you.
Oh, I don't care. I'm going to command point. That's the thing that made me do it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
On an
8. D3 mortal wounds.
D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1 again.
Okay, good. This is a rough
Oh,
deal for you.
it's not going well.
That's what happens when you use SM Battle Reports dice instead of DZ ones.
Put them there. There you go. Whoop. Okay, so smite from there.
Now needs a 7, but can reroll ones.
Indeed. Goes off on a 9.
Okay. 1 again! Oh, Mikey!
Oh,
2 wounds left as we move on to the final mortal wounds type power.
Psychic Scream.
Psychic Scream on a 5.
Goes off on a 5. Goes off.
I am going to spend a command point for Scorn of Sorcery.
How many commands? You got 2.
And on a 4+, this stops. That stops. You do not get 2 more.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I do still have 1 psychic power left, which is I've got that guy over there as well. So here I've got Catalyst.
Yes.
And that is going to go on the little bugs.
Okay, interesting.
6. Yeah, goes on.
Yeah, so you got Catalyst. They have a 5-up. Feel no pain. I'd have put it on your Warlord, interestingly. But okay.
Yeah.
And over here, this Hive Tyrant. He also has some form of psychic offence.
He does, yes. I'm trying to remember what it is. Yeah, so he's got the horror. So he's going to cast the horror on the Mauler Fiend there.
Yep.
On a 6.
That is successful. The horror. A Mauler Fiend is horrid.
Yes, he is.
He is horrid.
He's very frightened.
He is.
Also, he's going to do smite, because he might as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be an 8.
And he gets it. D3 mortal wounds. 2.
See, that's what I need over here.
So we're down to 10 wounds left on the Mauler Fiend.
Let's do that.
Which is, use those dice for wound counters.
Yeah.
The SN dice for wound counters. And then use DZ dice for rolling. That's how it works. Right, okay. But don't forget, although you have the power of the Hive Mind, we have the favour of the Warp.
Yes.
Clearly.
It seems so. My last psychic phase wasn't all that great either.
No, yeah, exactly. So the presence of Khorne on this battlefield tends to shut down the power of Psykers.
Yes.
At the end of the Tyranid psychic phase.
That is the end.
So we're now going to move into turn 2, Tyranid shooting phase. So we now are in Tyranid's turn 2 shooting phase, and we have been joined by Brom.
Hi.
Yeah.
Say hi, Brom.
Hi, Brom.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's really quiet as well because they've got a microphone.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Brom.
And you've been giving tactical advice to Mikey P.
It wasn't followed.
So you're now screwed, by the way. So
Sad
we're going to start with the Turvagon.
Yeah, Turvagon's going to shoot this guy. The
Drake that won't die.
Hell Turkey needs to go down. Hitting on 4s.
You hit 3 times.
3 times. It's going to be wounding on 5s.
You wound
once.
How much damage does this do?
-1 AP, only 1 damage.
Save.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the little bugs into the berserkers there.
So many shots from little bugs.
Many shots, yes.
Any command points being spent?
I will be spending a single command point, yes.
To make them more
To
deadly?
make them +1 to wound.
I thought you might.
I will, yes.
Okay, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
17 termagants open up with their flesh borers, spraying bugs towards the World Eaters. Let's see how many find their mark.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. There's a 1. There's a 1.
The reroll is for the Turvagon nearby.
It is. That was
which
a 4.
gave you an additional attack. Only 3 missing, so 17 find their mark. They're strength 4, but with the stratagem, he gets +1 to wound.
3s.
So 3s to wound. And the AP nothing.
AP nothing.
10 3+ armor saves as this Legion era armor stands firm. Only 2/4.
Oh no! Bioelectric pulse containment spines.
I got that on camera, which is good because I would have never been able to pronounce it. So that is opening up into the Exalted Champion down here and trying to destroy this champion of Khorne. You need this. You need to kill a unit.
Yeah.
So there's 12 shots coming out from the Trigon Prime.
Hitting on 4s.
So 8 of these find their mark, piercing flesh. It's strength 5, so it's 3s to wound. And only 3 fail. That's 5 wounds. No AP.
No AP.
I only have 4 wounds though.
Yeah.
2 wounds. He has 2 remaining.
Mm-hmm.
So he did all right there.
It's okay.
His fleshy flesh protected.
Fleshy flesh.
Protected. And now we've got other bugs. And now you wanted to fire all of them at the Rhino, didn't you?
Yes.
Now you may be considering some sort of split fire, I think.
Yes, I may. I will have a think.
Okay, we'll be right back. And what seems a second to you lot was a lifetime to us. So the Flesh Borers are going to try and take down the Exalted Champion.
Yeah.
And the Devourers, of which they are 3 shots apiece, are going to fire into the Rhino. So we've got 30 shots into the Rhino, 10 into the Champion.
Yeah.
10 first.
10 first. 4s.
So there's 4 hits there. It's enough. Wounding on 4s again though.
Yeah.
2 wounds. 2 3-up saves.
It's enough.
I survive. Now we're going to pick up 30 dice. And 5 of the Devourers make to find their mark on the Rhino. He only needs 2 of these to fail. They are 3-up saves.
Come on.
1.
Oh.
1 fails. The Rhino's on a single wound remaining. Mikey P, this is not going
Insert
as well
expletive here.
as the hive mind expected. The perfect coordination possibly falling apart here. We do still have, however, a Hive Tyrant with many guns.
Yeah.
And that's
Much
about
shooting.
It, right? That's about it, I think, for shooting.
Well, I've got a stratagem.
I know about the stratagem, but currently in the shooting phase, without playing a stratagem, we've got the Hive Tyrant with many guns.
Yes, that's correct.
So where are his 24 shots from his twin-linked, 2 twin-linked Devourers going to go?
But they are going to kill you.
Yeah.
Tactical genius insight there from Brom. So we've decided that the 24 shots from the twin-linked Devourers are going to hit the Rhino and try and strip that final wound off. He needs to stop you from holding that objective, and he needs to destroy a unit, and that's also important for Swarm if this Hive Tyrant over here will make the charge into the Mauler Fiend.
Yeah.
So the tactical genius decision from Brom is you need to kill that, but they are going to kill you.
Yeah, PTFO.
Right, 24 shots then, Mikey P, from the Hive Tyrant into the Rhino. Bugs come tearing through the air, 24 shots trying to strip the final wound off this Rhino.
Hitting on 3s.
Is it just termagants that get to reroll 1s near a tie of a gun?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's their Flesh Borers. It's going to be 5s. Oh, that's not too bad.
So only 9 missed. However, many have found their mark. A total of 7 wounds on the Rhino. Surely this will do it.
Die.
Surely I can't make 7 3-up saves. Surely this relic of the Legion can't stand firm against tiny chewy bugs.
Die.
I was right, it couldn't. It almost did. But
It wasn't far off.
Explode? Does it explode on a 6+? No, it doesn't. The Rhino is a wreck. You do manage to get at least 1 point for no prisoners. And that has now been reduced to smouldering wreck. So you are not now going to spend command points to shoot and take out this Exalted Champion.
No, I'm going to try and charge.
With the Trigon.
With the Trigon,
that has adrenal glands.
It does,
So
yes.
he gets +1 inch to his charge.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an 80-ish charge.
Yeah.
There's also a charge over here. And this Hive Tyrant is going to charge into the Mauler Fiend.
Indeed.
Is that right?
It is.
Right, okay, let's grab some dice. We're going to start with this Hive Tyrant who needs 8 inches to smash into the back doors of that Mauler Fiend. That is 11. He gets well in. And then over here, there's another 8-inch charge for this Trigon to get into that Exalted Champion. That's a 7.
Ooh.
Are you going to command point that one?
Yes.
He gets 12, he's well in,
Bang.
and Andy Byrne hates you.
Yeah!
Right, perfect. Let's move these models. I'm going to fire my bolt pistol in Overwatch, and then we'll go straight into the Tyranid fight phase. So the Hive Tyrant's gone wheeling in over here. That means that even if he fails to kill that Mauler Fiend, as long as he doesn't die himself, He will be contesting that objective.
Had to say it.
I did have to say it. The Trigon Primer's coming here. I mean, look at the size of that bug. That should tear the Exalted Champion limb from limb. Yeah, let's do the cinematic pose.
Yeah.
And then over here, we've got one final charge.
Yeah.
Because that Hell Turkey's got 2 wounds left and you really don't like him.
It's got to die.
So the Hive Tyrant?
Yeah, so the Hive Tyrant here is going to charge in.
It's going to go scrambling up the hill into the Hell Turkey. You need 6 inches, we've measured it. You get that on 10. The Tyranids are angry. The Hive Mind is now coordinating the perfect assault. So we're now in the Tyranids fight phase, and I don't know why you want to do your disappointment first. Disappointment last, always, surely.
No. Say worst first and save the best thing for last.
Okay, we're going to start with a Hive Tyrant over here, who's designed for ranged attacks, who's decided to try and tear down a Helldrake.
He's got sharp
I'll
teeth.
be honest with you. I'm actually kind of rooting for you.
Yeah.
Because you spent 2 turns trying to kill this Helldrake.
I know. I mean, to be fair, it hasn't done any damage in return.
No, yeah. I mean,
all.
I'm just more like a familiar flying around the back of you, but yeah, I kind of want to see you do this because you're just so desperate to kill it.
Come on then, let's do it. So hitting on 2s.
That's hits. 4 hits. Strength 7?
6.
Oh, 5s.
Just the 1.
Ah, I have
then.
2 wounds left.
Yeah, I
Any AP?
know. Go on. Nope.
Yeah, that's 5.
Fine. Never mind.
Never mind, eh? What's next then?
Next is going to be the Trigon down here against the Exalted Champion.
I am going to make you roll it.
Yeah.
How many attacks does he have?
7.
7 attacks!
7, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's an absolute monster.
With his monstrous scything talons, I assume.
Monstrous scything talons, yes. He is hitting on 3s. And he's re-rolling 1s, scything talons.
Because of his monstrous scything talons?
Indeed.
So he hits 6 times.
He is strength 7.
Okay,
So
he wounds on 3s. He wounds 4 times. He's AP minus lots.
It is AP minus 3.
So I need to make 4 6-up saves. How much damage is it?
D6.
Does the warp protect this
No.
champion? No. I mean, I made a good go of it.
Well,
but no.
He dead.
He is going to die, we're afraid. That Exalted Champion has now been slain.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a thorn in your side for a while. Importantly, that's 2 units killed. Now, if you want D3 for no prisoners, you're going to have to destroy a Mauler Fiend.
Yes, I know.
You're going to have to destroy a Mauler Fiend.
I know. That's fine.
Another set of monstrous scything talons.
Yeah, 5 attacks this time.
Only 5 from a Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
You hit all 5 times.
Strength 6.
So winning on 5s.
5s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
AP minus lots.
It is minus 3.
So we're on demon saves, aren't we? We're on
flat 3.
5 plus demon saves. I fail both. I lose 6 wounds.
6 wounds,
I
yeah.
have 4 remaining.
I also have a tail attack.
You have a tail attack.
Prehensile.
Okay.
So that's hit on 2.
You hit.
And it's strength user, so 6 over 5. Yeah.
That's a wound. AP?
AP, bit slow. None.
AP none. So 3 up save. And we pass. And that's your fighting complete.
It is.
So I now get to fight back.
You do.
I do, isn't that a shame?
Yes.
So the Mauler Fiend, he is now nerfed and reduced. It's your fight phase, so I can't use Demon Forge. 3 attacks with a Power Fist, hitting on 4s, because I always hit on 4s. 2 of them hit so far. I am strength 10 now, because I'm AP. I'm down to strength 5 base, so I win you on 3s.
7.
I'm chucking them all on the floor. Okay, I failed to wound you. That's good for you, right?
Lasher tendrils.
Yeah, I'm getting them now.
All right.
Right, there's no way I'm taking 12 wounds off of Lasher Tendrils unless all of
No.
them hit and all of them wound. So hitting on 4s. Yeah, 3 hits. Wounding on 5s now, because I'm strength 5.
Yeah.
2 wounds, AP minus 2.
4 up invuns. Oh,
4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay.
4 wounds
Down to
off
8.
of the
Hive Tyrant.
Not too bad though, we'll take that.
Yeah, that's
I've
fine.
got no other fight. Oh, I have got some fighting back to do. Helldrake.
Helldrake.
2 attacks on the Hive Tyrant. Now hitting on bad. So I'm reduced down to hitting on, what am I on, 2 wounds?
2 wounds.
So I hit on 5s now naturally, but I get a +1 for fighting something with a fly keyword.
Indeed.
So I hit on 4s. I hit once. I'm strength 7, your toughness is 6.
7.
7! So I wound on 4s. I wound. It's AP minus 1 or 2. Roll your save. You
Oh.
fail. I do D3 damage.
Oh.
1. Okay.
So he's on 11 wounds.
Some impressive attacking here from both the Tyranids and the Chaos Space Marines. I take a single wound back off the Hive Tyrant as I claw my way back, facing the onslaught. Importantly, that's the end of Tyranids turn 2, I understand. So that is the end of your turn then?
It is.
So we don't get D3 for no prisoners, do we?
No, we don't. No.
We only killed the Exalted Champion and the Rhino.
Yeah.
But we did get a point for that. You have got Assassinate as well.
Yeah.
So 2 VPs and Swarm
Yeah.
for 3 victory points. You also stopped me from defending Objective 3.
Indeed.
Which I was going to go up to 5 VPs if I successfully defended that. So actually at the end of Tyranids turn 2, we're on 3 victory points apiece. That's quite good.
Pretty happy with that.
That's a good comeback from the Tyranids.
Thank you.
But what you did do, unfortunately, is leave lots of Berserkers alive.
There are lots of Berserkers there that are going to now, yes.
Yes, and as we said before,
Yes.
the Butcher's Nails are now singing in their brains. Carnage is about to ensue. Let's move into World Eaters, turn 3. The Dark Apostle continues to coordinate the Legion. We still have Defend 3. That seems to be important to this champion. Assassinate, kill a character. Kingslayer, take down the enemy Warlord. And finally now, we have drawn Defend Objective 5. And we're at the end of the Eternal Slaughter's movement phase, and even I had to do some thinking. Even I had to do some thinking. I wasn't very happy about it.
I had to sit down from shock.
Basically, we kind of have a war on 3 fronts here, and I need to make sure I sort of slow some of this down and tie it up, and then execute the Warlord, the thing I've been so desperate to kill since turn 1. But we do have a Hive Tyrant here who's a big, nasty, angry threat, and a Trigon Prime here who's a big, nasty, angry threat. And we've still got a Hive Tyrant there and a Tervigon there who are big, angry, nasty threats. So how do we start to neuter this? Well, this is what we've done. Clearly, this objective here, the Mauler Fiend has stood firm so far. You only being strength 6 does help me a touch because it means I've got some form of survivability. But we've got 3 Berserkers, the Butcher's Nails singing in their brain, coming running across the field in a hope to punch a Hive Tyrant's head off, basically. Over here, I don't like it, but I've had to stick a full health Mauler Fiend on Objective 5 because I've been told I've got to defend Objective 5. Now, as long as I can pin everything else back in this turn, there is the potential that I could hold that objective to give me 2 points for defending Objective 5, and that's important. Over here, I meant to advance him, and I'll tell you why in a second. And I'll do that on camera in a minute. He is 5 inches away from the centre of that objective. I need to get more than a 1 on my advance to be on that objective, and then I start to defend Objective 3, which is a card I still hold. So we'll grab a quick dice, because if I roll a 1, if he doesn't have his legs currently, I make it hard for myself. He will make it onto the centre of that objective. It will be within 3 inches of the centre. That means I've started to defend Objective 3 as well. The Berserkers, well, they're coming to take on a Trigon Prime.
Yes.
I'm getting these names.
You're getting there.
I have a command point left. I'm thinking Vets of the Long War. Over here, this Rhino, well, the idea is they've put a nice little curved shape in there for me to plough into the centre of those bugs and just hold them there, basically.
Yeah, okay.
That's the intention. Over here, the Mauler Fiend's pushed on round. I need to rip that brain, I need to rip that synaptic linchpin apart. I need to destroy him so that the Hive Mind has less presence on the battlefield. But I've got bugs everywhere, bugs to get through. So I've got Berserkers here to go through them. I've disengaged Heldrake to flame them. If I've got Khan's plasma pistol, but that plasma pistol can reach out and touch the Tervigon. I can't target the brain bug because it's a character, and the Tyrant's too far away. It's pointless firing a strength 8 AP -4 2 damage pistol at bugs. So I want to take out the Tervigon. I say take some wounds off. That's the long and short of it. Make sense, Mikey P?
Yeah, I think so.
Mostly?
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, okay. So what toughness is the Tervigon?
8.
Oh, for Christ's sake. That means I probably won't flame it.
And it's a 2-up save.
Right, so we're going to start with, I think, the Rhino, and we're going to fire a combi bolter into little bugs. 4 shots hitting on 3s, and wounding on 3s. I wound once, as is the World Eater's way. You have a 6-up save, which becomes a 5-up because of Jormungandr.
Yes. There you go.
And you save it.
That's nice.
So far we've still killed nothing in the shooting phase. Over here, the Dark Apostle advanced, and he's going to shoot his combi melter into the Trigon Prime. So I now hit on 4s because I advanced. I hit. Strength 8 means I win on 3s. I wound. It's AP -4. You have an invulnerable?
No, I'll go straight through.
D6 damage. For 2. 2 wounds.
That's fine. He's still on 10.
Yeah, still on only 10. Then the Berserkers will throw a crack grenade. Miss. Over here, this Berserker is within 6 inches of her. He's going to throw a crack grenade. He hits, and that again to wound. Fails to wound. I think we're left with just the plasma pistol and the bell flamer. We're going to fire the plasma pistol first into the Tervigan, hitting on 2s because it's Khan. He hits strength 8, so 4s. He fails to wound, and now we're on to the main event. I've left it till the end.
Yep.
Because it's been on fire so far.
The Hell Turkey.
You get the pun?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was nice.
D6 shots from the Hell Turkey.
Ooh, triple one.
Triple one. And this time, I'm not re-rolling it.
No.
Oh, by the way, I should say this is into the little bugs. Winning on 2s. I kill one. One's dead.
They've got catalyst on them, so he has a 5-up catalyst save.
That's just arrogant.
Please continue.
I mean, as world eaters, it's not really my phase, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, we've literally proved that over 3 turns as well.
We have. It has been abysmal.
We move into the corn phase. Oh, I can't grenade them actually, he's in combat. We move into the corn phase, we're going to do some charges. So, 3 Berserkers will charge Hive Tyrant, okay? Many Berserkers will charge Trigon.
Yes.
Rhino will charge Bugs.
Yes.
Berserkers will charge Bugs.
Yes.
Mauler Fiend will charge Bugs and Warlord.
Yes.
The Mauler Fiend will do it first.
Okay.
Important because of Overwatch, obviously. So, let's do some charge rolls and then we'll do some Overwatch in a minute. These Berserkers who need about 5 get 7. They'll be in. These Berserkers who need about 4 get 3. We'll have to check.
Ooh.
And they don't have the banner. Right, wait a minute. And that is how close it is. They will make it in, but literally by a whisker.
I don't like that you're making me hold the tape measure to help you illustrate that they're going to pile in. And...
I'm standing on my cable again. I've often got you to hold tape measures to show sizes. They'll make it in. Let's go back to the charge phase. Rhino. Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh, yeah, of course, that's when I rolled. The Rhino is revved up. He's going to go plough into 2 bugs. Over here, Mauler Fiend goes in first. He can't fail. Yeah, he almost did. And then the Con Berserkers will go in. Yeah, they're in. Okay, so everything's in. That's good. That's important. Now we'll do some Overwatch. As Mikey sorted out his Overwatch, you should also mention that Khan clearly is going to go charging in 4 inches. Yeah, he might not make that either. We'll have a look in a second. At the end of the charge phase and the end of Overwatch, no one took any wounds, which was quite lucky. There was a couple that found their mark, however, the armour stood firm. The 3 Berserkers have made it into the back end of the Hive Tyrant there. These Berserkers did make their charge. I've already piled them in 3 inches because I'm going to activate those first, but I just wanted to show you where they were. Currently, I've got 7 who can fight, 1 who can't. But importantly, I am within 6 of the Dark Apostle for rerolls. The Rhinos ploughed in just to try and tie those up. Bugs stuck against the spikes at the front, impaled on the Rhino. These Berserkers have made it in. Khan came ploughing in. The Mauler Fiend came ploughing in. Again, no damage taken. It's looking very bleak for Hive Fleet.
Shai-Hulud.
I have to keep stopping and letting him do it because I can't say it. Yeah, it's Mikey's Hive Fleet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, so attacking. We are starting with those. And we have 6 chain axes, 7 chain swords, 4 attacks from a power fist. So 6 chain axes, so 3 attacks each, that's 18. I'm going to roll them now. Oh! I'm also going to spend a command point for Veterans of the Long War.
Ching!
Shitting!
Last one gone.
Let's grab some dice. 4 attacks from the power fist on the champion, hitting on 4s. And rerolling 1s and 2s for the Dark Apostle being nearby. That's 3 hits. Now, the Power Fist is times 2 of his base strength of 5, so 10s. But Vets means I wound on +1 to wounds, so I'm wounding you on 2s. 3 wounds at AP -3.
That will be 6 ups.
1 saves, 2 fails, for 2 D3 damage. For 4 wounds. That's a great start from the Power Fist on the champion. Now, I'm going to keep talking whilst I try and pick up those dice. 18 attacks from the chain axes, again hitting on 3s. Full rerolls from the Exalted Champion. No, Dark Apostle. After rerolls, we total 15 hits. Now, I don't get to reroll failed to wounds because you selfishly killed my Exalted Champion. I would normally be winning on 5s at strength 6 because you're toughness 7, right?
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6? Oh, even better. I'd normally be winning on 4s with these. Now I'm winning on 3s. So that's 12, 11. 11 wounds
Yeah.
at AP -1.
Okay, so these are going to be 4-ups.
They are going to be 4-ups. Ooh! And it falls!
Yeah.
And does he have death throws?
He does.
No, he doesn't. So we do kill the Trigon Prime. Now, I'm going to be very kind to you, Mikey, and ask you an important question.
Do I want to interrupt?
Would you like to spend your final 2 command points this day to interrupt this fight?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
Is it the Hive Tyrant?
It is.
Is he going to eat Berserkers?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, or is he going to eat? Oh, yeah, because it's the Morphines nerfed, isn't he?
The Morphines got 5 wounds left, so he's on his middle bracket, which means he's got 3 attacks at strength 10 with his Power Fist and 6 slash tendril attacks at strength 5.
Yes, we will kill those Berserkers.
Did you hear any of the numbers?
No. 5 attacks, 7 talons. Rerolling 1s. Yeah, all hit.
4 hits, because he hits on 2s.
Strength
5
6.
hits, sorry.
So 3s. Ooh, it's dropped.
That's enough. AP minus?
3.
Oh dear. 3 6-up saves, or the Berserkers pass into a different world. That's it. They're slain. You do kill the Berserkers. That was worth
Lovely.
it because
Definitely.
of the amount of Power Fist attacks that will be coming back at you.
Yeah.
However, we're going to go over here now for more activating units for me.
Indeed.
And I'm going to start with probably the Berserkers because I think I can kill more than I can with Kharn. I don't want you to remove them away from the Berserkers and not allow me to attack, but I do get to fight twice, but yeah. Anyway, Berserkers first. We'll come right back. After the first round of combat from the Con Berserkers, there are 13 Catalyst saves to be made after the failed saves from the Chainswords and Axes.
5-ups.
And you saved 2 of them. So 11 are slain so far. 2 Power Fist attacks also got through. So the first one does D3 for 1 for a Catalyst save of 5-up. And the other one does D3 for 2 Catalyst saves of 5-ups. And you save them. So you only lose 12 models so far to normal Berserkers. I'm going to let him remove before we activate the next unit. Poor old Mikey taking his poor bugs off the table. He's left 5 in and tried to tie the units up. Well, I've made a grave error because I should have chosen Kharn as to target these 2 things here, or one of these 2 things here as well. I didn't, and I'll show you why in a minute. Because what I could have done now is I could have fought with these again because they fight twice in the fight phase and obliterate those last 5. Kharn would have then got basically 9 inches with Consolidates and Pyre with him before he could fight, and I could have fought either of those. Now I'm not going to get to, so I'm going to fight with him now instead. I'm going to hit on 2s. So I hit 7 times, and I'm strength 7, so I'm going to wound on 2s. And you're not going to get any armor saves, but you do get Catalyst saves. So the first one is D3. 2 Catalyst saves for the first one.
Dead.
Die. Second one, D3. 2 Catalyst saves for the second one.
Dead.
Third one, D3. 2.
Dead.
Fourth one, 3.
Dead.
Fifth one, 1.
Come on.
He survived! A single bug survives! I wonder which one will be left. Kharn fights for a second time, and we have totaled 11 wounds on a Tyranid that I've noticed has a stumpy tail.
Yes, he does.
Is that who I think it is?
It is.
Is that the legendary Jeff?
It is Jeff.
Right. Patrons of the channel will know exactly who we're talking about.
Indeed.
11 Catalyst saves.
Come on, you can do this, Jeff. No,
I mean, he made a good go of it.
yeah.
He didn't make a terrible go of it.
He only died by us.
Unfortunately, Jeff has died again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time he dies,
That's okay, he'll get melted down to goo and reformed again later on.
his tail gets an inch shorter. Interesting.
Poor
Okay,
Jeff.
now we've got to do some pile-ins, and that meant the Mauler Fiend could pile in 3 inches before he fights, and he's got targets for your Warlord. Poor Mikey P. I do love you. You're one of my favourite people.
Come on, 3-up invuns.
But you've got horrible stinking Xenos bugs.
Come on, 3-up
And you're
invuns.
trying to stop us in our crusade to go and slaughter the false emperor that this one tries to protect. So 4 attacks from the Power Fist and the Mauler Fiend. I have got no command points left for Demon Forge, but I am within an inch of Kharn for rerolling failed to hits for Legion models, which is lucky.
Isn't it?
So I hit you all 4 times with a strength 12 Power Fist. So I wound you on 2s. I wound you all 4 times with a strength 12 Power Fist. You have 3 wounds remaining, 1 failed save. These are flat 3 damage.
Are they?
Yes.
Come on, 3-ups.
Oh!
yeah!
Oh, he survives! So now we're going to lash out.
Lasher tendrils.
Literally lash out with lasher tendrils. Drop the dice. 6 hit on 4s. With rerolls, because can't. Uh-oh, I can kill you.
Oh, you can.
I have to wound you both times on 3s. I wound both times on 3s. I need you to fail both 3-up saves. The Warlord stands! Oh! Okay, now we're going to activate Khorne Berserkers. Okay, so we are at the end of charging units. That's important. So the Rhino did lash out and do nothing. Although he sped into those termagants, they scattered just in time.
Indeed.
We consolidated them after killing the Trigon Prime. We then piled in 3 inches and consolidated 3 inches. Basically got a 3 9-inch move, and we've engaged those termagants. So basically, there wasn't really massive point to it. They can fight me back. They probably won't hurt me that much, like he says. We've also pushed the Berserkers forward in here to tie up the Tervagon. That's important because it means that that thing can't turn around and slap the Heldrake. Although, to be fair, there is still a Hive Tyrant up there. The Hive Tyrant focuses on killing the Heldrake. It does mean he's leaving Berserkers and Mauler-Fiends alone.
I can still smite as well.
Of course. Over here, we obviously lost the 3 Berserkers. That's now my only engaged model that didn't charge. I'm about to fight with the Mauler-Fiend. And then Mikey P will get a chance to fight back with the Warlord, the Tervagon, and the Termagants, and
Correct.
the Hive Tyrant if he's still alive.
No, the Hive Tyrant's already fought.
Of course he did. He interrupted and killed the
He
Berserkers,
did.
didn't he? Yeah, of course. Okay, so 3 attacks with the Power Fist from the Mauler-Fiend, hitting on 4s. He hits twice. Strength 10 now, so only win on 3s. I wound you once. It's AP -3.
4-up invuln.
You pass. And then we have Lasher Tendrils, of which there's 6 hitting on 4s. So we managed to hit 4 times. That's not bad at all. We wound on 5s, because you're toughness 6, right?
7.
7. So we wound on 5s.
Yeah.
1 wound, AP -2.
4-up. Oh.
2 damage. So you're down to 6 wounds left. Yeah. The Mauler-Fiend is slowly winning that fight. Anyway, that's that. That's all my models fought.
Yes, it is.
So now it's your turn.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to start with...
Yeah, well, we'll do the Tervagon,
Of course.
because it's the only thing really there that's going to do any damage.
We'll see what she pulls off. I'm assuming she's going to try and kill some Berserkers.
Yes, she is, yes. She's not very good, though. She's got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Go on. Go on, girl. 3 hits.
Yeah. And
She's just watched her young be destroyed.
Strength 7, so it's going to be 3s. Oh,
1.
Only the 1.
AP?
-3.
6 up. She slays a Berserker.
She does.
She has killed 1. That's a whole 4 attacks dropped.
Woo!
And importantly for me as well is you've used 2 command points to interrupt the fight phase.
I did.
So you can't respawn those 30 bugs.
No, I can't.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Now we're going to do the Neurothrope and the Termagants. And with that, the Neurothrope, is that what it's called?
The Warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that failed to hurt Khan. The Termagants failed to tear down any Berserkers, but it did strip a single wound off of the Rhino. The acid starting to pour through the metal. More importantly, we've started to defend Objective 3 again for the 3rd turn in a row. We've started to defend Objective 5, and we did kill a character, because I didn't know it, but a Trigon Prime's a character.
It is indeed.
So I did get a victory point for Trigon Prime.
You did.
I didn't get Warlord, and I'm still not going to chuck that away, because I'm still going to desperately tear down that stupid-looking floaty brain bug.
You might do.
I don't think I will at this rate, to be honest with you.
Those 3-up invuns, man.
Yeah, so it's he's at least standing firm, that synaptic linchpin, pulsing out to the rest of the Hive fleet. That puts me on 4 VPs to Mikey P's 3 so far.
Indeed.
I don't remember who got first blood. I think it was you.
Did we do first strike? Cause it's...
First strike, yeah. I think. Didn't you get it with your gene sneakers tearing open the Rhino?
Oh yes, I did.
So you got to 4 as well, because
well.
Mikey P got first strike.
3.
I've just remembered that, yeah, that's important. So we're on 4 points apiece. If he fails to stop me from defending either of those objectives, I will shoot up to 8 points to 4. But we don't yet know what orders come from the Hive mind as we move into Tyranids, turn 3. Even under the Chaos Onslaught, the Warlord has still managed to send signals across the Hive mind, speaking to its creatures. Mikey got 4 brand new cards for this turn. Blood and Guts, kill something in the fight phase. Scour the Skies, kill something with a fly keyword. I mean, he's been trying. Defend Objective 2 and secure Objective 4. So let's come back after Tyranids movement phase. Okay, at the end of the movement phase, this is what's happened for the Hive fleet. The Hive tyrants leapt over the Mauler Fiend, over Khan, over the Berserkers. His focus is elsewhere. The Hive mind has sent him a signal to destroy the enemy Warlord. If they can take out the Warlord, the forces may scatter. So that's now his focus. The nearest is the Dark Apostle, 24 strength, 6 shots, only 4 wounds. There is potential there. Over here, the Warlord has pulled out of combat. Of course he has, she has, it has. It makes sense to. However, that means that the Tervagun potentially has sacrificed itself. It has no feelings. It does whatever the Hive mind commands. And over here, the Termagants, they've pulled out. They're now out of Synapse range as well, aren't they?
They are indeed.
So they've pulled out. They don't want to be fighting. Of course, it means I have to charge him. It means he gets Overwatch. There is some sort of benefit to it.
Yeah.
Either that or he leaves himself in combat and dies anyway. Finally, round here, the Hive Tyrant was trying to pull apart the Mauler Fiend, and then it just took to the skies. The Hive Mind spoke once more, and he's over there. He started to defend Objective 2, leaving the Mauler Fiend behind, smoking, ruined, gouged, scratched, but still alive. That could be a mistake. That's that. Are we happy, Mikey?
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. Let's move into Tyranids' psychic phase. You're very excited.
I am.
You're an Imperial, but you're Imperial.
Yeah, so I don't like either.
So if the Tyranids tear through this chaos, that means that their next stop is your planet.
I'm alright with that.
Let's go straight into the psychic phase then, Mikey. Where are we starting?
We're going to start with Tervagon.
Yeah, is it all aboard the Smite train?
No.
Oh.
No, not smiting.
Oh.
No.
I want to go
Just checking
choo
something.
choo like that.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
okay.
yet. Don't worry, that time will come.
Oh, my goodness.
The Tervagon is going to cast Onslaught on herself.
On herself.
6. No, fails. No
Okay, right. Choo choo.
Shooty is going to smite.
Choo choo.
Yay.
All aboard the Smite train. Go on. Obviously, the
Warlord.
nearest is the Dark Apostle. He gets it
Goes
on
off
8.
on 8.
D3 more wounds. That's good. That
2.
means he's on 2 wounds remaining. Not a bad start there from the Nids.
Yeah. And what we're also going to have is we've got over there.
Choo choo.
It's going to do horror.
Oh, you're not choo chooing.
Gonna do
Oh,
horror.
by the way,
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
mention whilst we're here. He was horrid last turn, and we completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And he did 2 wounds. Now I had choices. Choice 1 was to trawl through all the footage and see what would have happened. Couldn't be bothered. So choice 2 was that of the 2 wounds you took, we
Yeah.
gave you 1 back as a goodwill gesture.
Yeah.
I think
That's
fair.
very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a friendly channel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to horror and remember it this time.
Yes, exactly. 6.
Yeah, you get it on an
Lovely.
11, so there's no stopping that. Not like
So
anyway.
-1 on that.
We might put the card next to him in a minute, just so we don't definitely forget.
Yes, indeed. Now we're going to do some smiting.
Woo woo!
So, Brain Bug on the Hell Turkey.
Okay.
So going to 6. We've already done 1 smite.
Oh.
Ah, fails. But I get to
Brain
reroll the
Bug,
ones.
yeah, you get to reroll ones.
Ah,
Still a fail.
Still fails. Great.
But at least it's not
Psychic
quite as bad a fail.
No, that's true. Yeah. Psychic Scream then
Okay.
on a 5. Goes off.
That's the Morphine, right? Is he the nearest?
No,
or-
no.
No.
Go on.
Oh, the Hell Turkey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 wounds, D3.
Come on, 3 up. Yay!
Does he explode on the way down? Crash and burn.
Try again.
The dice crashed and burned. Yes, he
Oh.
crashes and burns!
God.
Everything within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. I'm pretty sure that will include the Warlord. I'll get Brom to get his tape measure out in a second. Here you go, Brom. Here's a tape measure.
Definitely 6, is it?
6 inches.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, smack on his head.
Definitely
Yeah.
gets the Tervagun. Does it get the Berserkers as well? I think it will.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so D3 mortal wounds on the Tervagun. For 2.
Okay.
D3 mortal wounds on the Berserkers. I'll let you roll this one.
No, you got to roll it.
You sure?
Yeah.
For 3. I'm okay with it because it's D3 mortal wounds on the Warlord. 1! Oh, no! I kill more Berserkers than I kill wounds.
Suck
it. And the Helldrake has been destroyed. Okay,
Yeah.
so and I lose 3 Berserkers. I'll remove them in a minute, don't let me forget.
Okay.
Because you've still got more powers to do, right? Or is that it?
Yeah, I've got a smite I can do over there, actually.
You have?
Yeah.
From the Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, into the
Choo
Mauler.
choo! Beep, beep.
It's going to be on a 7 this
If
time.
people just randomly tune in halfway through, we've just got
No.
people walking around going choo choo.
Fails.
Yeah.
Fails.
No
Terrible
smite.
psychic
No
phases.
smite from there. Again, the Tyranids are struggling to penetrate the warp with the chaos presence on the battlefield. But that's done. You did destroy the Helldrake. It's taking you long enough. That is Scour the Skies as well.
It is.
So that's important. Okay, let's get ready to move into the Tyranids shooting phase. And we quickly worked out that it's just a single Hive Tyrant and it's 2 twin-linked Devourers with Brain Leech Worms firing into the Dark Apostle. 24 shots.
Hitting on 3s.
I like the emergency attempt to catch there.
That was good. That was
You're
good.
committed to this,
I would
Mikey.
have had it.
You are committed. How many missed?
7.
7 misses, that's it.
Yeah.
17 hits.
Yeah.
Strength 6 as well, so 3s to wound. This could be the end of the Chaos Wall. I've only just brought the Dark Apostle back.
Come on. Oh. Roll that again.
You were committed and you missed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's many wounds. So how is that? 4 that failed.
2, 4.
13.
Yeah. Probably.
Math, mate.
That many.
Yeah. So this many saves of
That
3
doesn't count.
plus, right? Because it's not AP minus 1? Or is it
No
AP
Amy,
minus 1?
no mice, no mice.
So 3 up saves. I need to pass pretty much all of them. No. Dark Apostle falls. That's Warlord. Importantly, yet again, he stops him from defending Objective 3. That's Slay the Warlord for the Tyranids. It's important. The Hive Mind switched its focus. They were not winning this war of attrition, so they've gone for some severe strikes, some absolute surgical strikes here. They've now destroyed the Warlord. We're now into the fight phase, because I'm guessing there's no charges.
There are none.
And basically, your Turvingen gets to try and kill some more Berserkers.
Yeah.
There's 3 left in that unit. They will already be suffering a morale check.
Hitting on 4s.
She hits 3 times.
hits,
She
nice.
is angry.
3s.
She wounds 3 times. She's really angry.
Minus
AP,
3.
Minus 3?
Yeah.
She was super angry.
Yeah.
All 3 Berserkers have been slaughtered, which is important, because that's also blood and guts.
Oh, it is.
So that's something killed in the fight phase. Mikey didn't even know. He didn't even know that he scored a point.
Never thought you'd get that.
Well, you've got blood and guts. So you've now scored another victory point. Puts you on 7 to my...
It does.
To my 3.
3.
And
4. 4.
My 4. Okay, yeah, thank you. So Mikey's on 7 victory points to 4 at the end of the Tyranids' 3rd turn. However, I have just finished defending Objective 5,
Yeah.
which puts me on 6 to 7. So I'm now behind.
secure 4.
And he secured Objective 4 with the big Turvigan, because there's nothing now in range. 8 victory points to 6. The Chaos Space Marines thought they had this battle grid. The Hive Mind has taken control. Let's move into Chaos Space Marines, turn 4. Khan has taken control of this battlefield, and in fact he's just let the warp whisper to the forces of chaos. He has taken it upon himself to achieve Kingslayer. It is his personal goal to destroy the Warlord. Defend Objective 3. We still have not achieved Defend Objective 3. I've just thought, Mikey, what we could do is reverse a Rhino onto it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I might do that.
That's probably a good idea.
Defend Objective 6 is a new card we have pulled, and Mission Critical Objective, we rolled for it, and that was 6. That has definitely changed what I was going to do. And as we look down on the battle grid, some interesting choices had to be made. So this Mauler Fiend has 6 wounds remaining. Originally, my initial intention was just to chase down that Hive Tyrant and rip him limb from limb. However, Defend and Secure Objective 6 both came up. He now can't go anywhere. This one could finally come off of Objective 5 for 2 reasons. Firstly, we finished defending it. Secondly, Erik Denial was discarded by the Tyranids. Now, he's got a longer charge than the other one would have had, but he is at full health, and I will gain 3 VPs if I can defend it. And that Hive Tyrant arguably is going to have to remove both of them to stop me from doing that. So we're going to see what happens with that big charge. I'm nervous. Over here, the Rhino originally was going to charge in and eat the Overwatch because it makes sense for us. The Berserkers then go and chew through Termagants. However, I really want to defend Objective 3 as we try it for the 4th turn in a row. So, this Hive Tyrant, which is the threat to defending Objective 3, is now being hunted by a full health Mauler Fiend. I should mention that both of these gained a wound back for Infernal Regeneration as they have each turn so far. Finally, the new Warlord on the battlefield, the new leader of the Eternal Slaughter, Khan the Betrayer, has gone running up a rock because he's nuts and he wants to take out the enemy Warlord. That is about that. Psychic phase? None. Shooting phase. We're going to start over here and we're going to throw a frag grenade into the little bugs. D6 shots. 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Both hits, wounding on 4s. Both wound, AP nothing. 6 up saves, 5 up saves.
5 up saves.
One of them dies. And then we're
one.
going to combi bolter
Ooh, no, that
from
one.
this rhino into those things.
Termagants.
And we definitely shoot like world eaters. 1 hits, 1 wounds, AP nothing. And another one dies.
Oh.
The SM dice letting you down there.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then the final part of the shooting phase, because this is how big our shooting phase is, Khan levels his plasma pistol at the warlord and pulls the trigger. 2s. Hits. Strength 8. 3s. Wounds. AP -3 or 4, but you've got a 3+ vulnerable save.
3 up in
Importantly, 2 damage.
Yes. 3 up in bun.
Oh,
Loves it.
we're going to have to go and do it the old-fashioned way as we move immediately into the corn phase. Khan's going to charge your warlord.
Yeah.
Overwatch done.
And the big bug,
Oh, sneaky shenanigans.
because he can fight twice. The Mauler Fiend is going to charge the big bug, the Hive Tyrant. The Berserkers are going to charge the Termagants, and this single Mauler Fiend is going to make a mammoth charge into the Hive Tyrant that I'm going to show you right now. That's not a mammoth charge. We're going to fail that charge. That Hive Tyrant's going to live for another turn. All of these charges can't fail. Let's do some Overwatch. After charge moves, it looks like this. A single Berserker was slain from Overwatch in the Termagants. The Mauler Fiend survived, and Khan survived the Overwatch from both those models. They're all now engaged in combat. You cannot interrupt. We'll activate the Berserkers twice first.
Go for it.
We rolled the chain axes and we did the exact right number of damage. They're all dead,
Yeah,
right?
that's
All
it.
of them are slain.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the Mauler Fiend because I'm saving the main event for huge disappointment at the end. 4 attacks to the Power Fist, hitting on 4s. Only 1 hits. Wounding on 3s at strength 12. We wound. It's AP -3. You have a 4+ invulnerable save.
I do. I do.
Flat 3 damage.
Loves it.
You save that. So 6 more Lasher Tendrils hitting on 4s. That's 5 hits. That's not
Ooh.
bad. Toughness 7, yeah?
It is.
5s. 2 more wounds at AP -2 and a flat 2 damage each.
4 ups. Ooh, 4
takes
damage.
4 wounds.
Down
He's
to
got 7
7.
left,
Yep.
which means he's not in his reduced profile yet either.
is
That's
not
important.
indeed.
Khan, the Betrayer. We're grabbing 7 dice for Khan, the Betrayer on your warlord.
Can you kill him?
You don't look that nervous, Mikey P.
No.
7 attacks, hitting on 2s. We miss twice. Strength 7, we wound on 3s.
Yep.
We wound 3 times. Each is AP -4, each is a 3 up invulnerable save.
Ah.
You failed twice.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, Warlord is killed.
He's dead.
Khan took the challenge on himself and he's died. Now he will consolidate 3 inches towards the Tervigan. Then he'll pile in 3 inches towards the Tervigan, meaning it can engage the Tervigan in combat.
Indeed.
And fight again, because he's Khan. 7 attacks on the Tervigan, hitting on 2s. He misses twice. Strength 7, toughness 8. I wound on 5s. He wounds twice. AP -3 or -4.
Okay, that's it. No save.
No vulnerable?
No.
2d3 damage.
Oh, no, he doesn't. No.
I'm going to count that one as cocked.
Count it as cocked.
2 weeks.
He's down to 10.
She's down to 10 left. She, isn't it? So
Yeah.
She bursts.
That's it. She's a mother.
Okay. So that's the end of my attacks, but you do get to fight back.
I do. So 4 attacks
From the Tervigan, yeah?
from the Tervigan.
Into Khan.
Let me just check. That's 4 attacks.
Only 3 attacks.
Yeah, hitting on 4s,
She's angry.
rolling 1s. Yeah.
She's angry because she stings.
Yeah, and she is strength 7, so it's 3s. Oh, just the
1
one.
AP.
Mine's 3.
4 Residual of Corruption. Khan's fine. Now we've got the Hive Tyrants, 5 attacks.
4.
4 attacks. Oh, because he hasn't got 2 talons. Okay.
Correct. Misses twice.
And wounds on 5s. Wounds once. AP nothing. 3 up save. I'm not counting that one, Mikey.
Oh. That's fine.
I'll take that one as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
So we are doing okay. However,
It's evened up a bit, hasn't it?
we haven't stopped you from defending 2. Now, we have scored objective 6, putting me on 5 points to your 8. We've started to defend objective 6. We've started to defend objective 3. We've killed your king. We've slayed the warlord, putting me on 6 points to your 8, plus D3 for Kingslayer. For 1, putting me on 7 points to 8. The Tyranids still have the lead in this game. Their big synaptic beasts are controlling the tides of battle, but there's only 3 of them left. Let's see what... Oh, actually, yeah, you get your 2 now, don't you?
2, yeah.
Which puts you on 10 to my 7, so I'm still 3 points behind, but you're going to have to stop me from defending 2 more objectives, which is achievable, but at what cost? As we move into Tyranids, turn 4. With the destruction of the Neurothrope, the Tervigan's taken control of the battlefield. Overwhelming firepower. Let's stop this advance. Kingslayer. Well, I mean, that's already happened. Advance, get out of the deployment zone and finally defend Objective 3. That has now become important to the Tyranids, the Hive fleet themselves. And at the end of the movement phase for the Hive fleet, it's not taken him long. He has 3 models.
Yeah.
So the Hive Tyrant's flying over here. He's got some interesting choices. 24 strength 6 shots. Does he destroy Berserkers for overwhelming firepower? Or does he whittle down the Rhino so he can remove it from the Objective 3 and start to defend it himself? Will be interesting to see what happens with that one in a minute. Over here, this one's leapt over this way, knowing that he'll be able to make it to Objective 6 should he charge in. Importantly, he'll stop me from defending. Both of these, if he charges, will end up within 3 inches of the objective and stopping me from defending. Both of them, stopping me from scoring 4 victory points, which currently would put me on 11 to your 10. Now, you've also got Kingslayer, so providing that D3 rolls okay for you in Kingslayer, that means that you will definitely hold the lead here, specifically because you are stopping me from securing both of these. The Tervigan, however, you chose not to move that out of your deployment zone.
No, because I want to kill him.
You want to try and kill Khan.
No, I want to kill him.
You want to try and kill Khan.
I want to kill Khan.
Yeah.
How many wounds he got?
5.
Easy.
Gonna chew him right up, right?
Yep.
Yep. Did you not? did you not know that Mikey P swallowed?
Silent giggling.
Let's move straight into the Tyranid psychic phase.
Spitting's rude.
Yes, and we're going to start with.
The Tervigan is going to smite Khan.
It's your psychic phase. I was waiting for you. Yeah. Okay. So the Tervigan's going to get all aboard the smite train.
Yes.
And fail.
And fail. Oh, sad times.
And then the Hive Tyrant's going to get all aboard the smite train.
Yes, he's going to cast Catalyst on Tervigan first.
Ooh,
on
okay.
6. Goes off.
That's successful. She has a 5+ feel no pain now.
Yes, she does.
Which is important because she doesn't have an invaluable save.
Correct.
And then we're going to smite maybe?
Yeah, let's smite this Rhino.
So 6 now because we've already
actually, we're going to smite here first.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
That was my action noise. Okay.
Wow.
No expense spared.
Pro
right?
special effects.
Cool, go for it.
Yeah. Right, 6. Yeah, it goes off.
Yeah, we'll have you.
Yeah,
I'm up for that. That's fine. So D3 for 1. That's why I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
right?
there we go.
Single more.
Down to 5 on him, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then we're going to go back over there for smite, or we're going to do the horror first?
We'll do the horror.
Okay, horror.
6.
That's good. That's 10. So he's horrored as well, which means he's -1 to hit.
Indeed.
And then he can't fire Overwatch that he doesn't have.
And now we'll do the...
over here. Swoosh. Yeah, swoosh noises.
7.
And that's another smite successfully cast. D3 more wins for 3. Putting the Rhino down to 6 remaining. That's important because that might actually change your decision making process as to what you're about to shoot at.
No.
No?
I don't think so. No,
You
there's
sure?
another turn to go, and that is of 0 threat.
I mean, it's a Rhino.
Exactly.
It's got spikes on the front.
Yeah. Well, yes, and I'm sure the person driving it is very angry.
There's spikes on the front. With blood on them.
Yeah, but my blood's not red, is it? It's not my blood.
We don't know that. Okay, so we're going to move into the shooting phase.
We are indeed.
And you have 1 gun to shoot. Well, it's both strictly 2.
It's 4 actually.
Well, it's a twin-linked weapon.
Anyway,
so
lots of shots.
So 2 twin-linked devours, right?
Yes.
So 2 guns from the Hive Tyrant. What are we firing at?
We are going to fire at the Berserkers.
You are going to fire at the Berserkers.
Yes.
Interesting. 24 shots coming on in. And after letting loose of 24 shots, volleys of bugs spraying through the air, we have 14 3-up armor saves to make. I'm counting that one. I don't know if it's a fail or not because I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4 die. What was this one?
Pass.
A pass. So only 4 are slain. Crucially means no overwhelming firepower, which I'm kind of glad about because I already think the points you're starting to run away with this one.
A little bit.
So 4 of those destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. which leaves 3 remaining. And we do have a morale check though on those
You
ones.
will.
As we move into the charge phase. Are we charging, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Mikey P? Where are we charging?
I'm going to charge over there because I like making me swing the camera around and make everyone seasick.
I did think about the swoosh noise as well, but I decided not to.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not doing that anymore.
No. That
and
was
then
a phase.
we'll charge here as well.
You won't. Because you came out of combat.
Oh yeah.
He's already in 3 inches.
Can't charge that.
Good. So Mikey P can't charge here because he fell out of combat, but you are within 3, so you do stop me from defending, which is important.
Correct.
You're not objective secured or anything, because you don't start defending it, importantly. But over here, you will make a charge with how far?
5.
Yeah, you'll be able to start defending, not start defending, but stop me from defending that one as
A
well.
charge with enough.
Which is enough to get you within 3 inches. Here you go, cut your leg up. Within 3 inches of the center of the objective, and now you get to attack with your 5 attacks with your scything talons that aren't so monstrous.
2s, reroll on 1s.
That's 5 hits. Strength means it's 5 to win, because it's strength 6.
Indeed.
That's 1 wound.
Oh.
AP minus. And I save with my demon save.
Yes.
So, now you get to pick a model engaged and fight with that one. Tervigan.
Yes.
Oh, you get your tail attack as well, actually. don't
Oh,
you?
tail attack. Yeah, you're right. 2. Yeah. And it's 5 again. No.
Right, okay, and now we got the Tervigan over here.
3 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
She's still angry.
Still angry. Strength 7, so 3s.
Still really angry.
Oh, just the 1.
AP minus.
3.
4 up residual corruption. I pass.
Oh.
She's not as angry as Khan is. Now we'll
Indeed.
come over here and we'll do the Mauler Fiend first. So the Mauler Fiend, now you've taken another wound off him. He's still got 3 attacks hitting on 4s. So it's 5s. Still hit all 3 times. Strength 12 means strength 10 means I wound on 3s. I wound you twice. AP
Yeah.
minus 3.
4 up in buns. 1 down.
That's 3 damage.
Okay.
And then we have 6 attacks with my Lasher Tendrils hitting on 4s, which becomes 5s because of the horror.
Yeah.
3 hits, winning on 5s. Only 1 at AP minus 2. That you fail. Another 2 damage off the Hive Tyrant. He's down to 2 remaining.
Wounds.
So I won't defend it this turn, but I could destroy him in the next.
Yeah.
Over here, Khan. He hasn't charged this turn, so he doesn't get 7 attacks. He only gets a measly 6, but he does get to do it twice. So we're going to fight you with all of them at once, because there's no way 1 set of 6 attacks will kill a 10 wound toughness 8 current monster.
Wow.
Hitting on 2s. He misses twice. Strength 7 means I wound you on 5s. Wow. Khan seems a little enraged. There's 4
Ooh.
at AP minus 4, so you can't do anything about it.
Correct.
D3 damage each. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, and you've got Catalyst.
I have 5 up
So
catalyst.
7 5-up Catalyst saves. And you save
makes
1, so you lose
6
6
wounds.
more wounds. She's down to 4 remaining, and importantly, that's going to push us into Chaos Space Marines turn 5, where she
Yes.
may fall.
She might. Yeah.
And that may fall.
Yes.
And that just leaves your 1 Tyranid.
Yeah.
Which means acceptable casualties could become a thing for the first time, I think, on the channel.
Yeah, well, you're going to need to kill him the next turn because you ain't going to catch him.
No, you're a bit faster than me, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a morale check over
Yeah,
here. So they
do
lost
that.
4, and their leadership is 8. So 4 or below, and I'm okay. That's a 3. They survive.
Good enough.
And we're going to see what you've scored. So, you have what?
It's not been very good this time.
Has it not? Overwhelming firepower was not achieved. Advance was not achieved.
No.
Defending objective 3, the Rhino's still part of it.
So it's not.
We're contesting. So it's a single D3 for Kingslayer.
Come on.
3 victory
Oh, yeah.
points for Kingslayer, putting Mikey P up to 13 victory points to my measly 7, and I don't get either of my defends currently because he's got Winged Hive Tyrant sat on them as we move into Chaos Space Marines turn 5. Khan is still attempting to destroy everything in his path. He screamed that we need to secure objective 2 again. We defended it previously and then the Tyranids took control. That needs to be our objective. Claim and despoil. Destroy what is holding objectives and hold it for yourselves. Defend objective 3. That's still a key and vital critical mission point for the Chaos Space Marines. And finally, defend objective 6. We still need to hold this one. These 2 obviously were held from the last turn. I thought I'd probably at least score one of them and Mikey managed to stop me from doing both. These 2 are new. It's all about objectives now. Khan is saying we need to wipe the Tyranid threat from the board. And after the movement phase, we were going to pull a Morlophine round and try and chew on the bones of another Hive Tyrant, but I need to secure objective 6. 7 points to Mikey's 13? 12? 13? 13? Means I'm 6 points behind, so every point counts. Because if I do manage to table him, I'm going to continue to rack up points, hopefully. But this is my turn 5, so it's very important that I score that one. Over here, I'm going to try and eat Hive Tyrant with this Mauler Fiend. Obviously, he remains engaged, but he's got lots of shots. We're probably going to just reverse the Rhino in first. The Berserkers may also make the charge, meaning I could tear him down. That's important because I start to defend objective 6, and he basically wouldn't have a way of stopping it. Over here, Khan is clearly fighting the Tervigan. Luckily for me, the Tervigan is sat on an objective. It's the only unit Mikey's got that's currently holding an objective. So he wants to claim and despoil. I'm relying on him taking down that Tervigan and holding that objective for himself. If I do that, I get D3. With the maximum 3 points from D3, I would get 4 points because I'm securing objective 6, which puts me purely on 2 behind Mikey P. I would then have to have a turn 6 to be able to win the game.
Yeah.
If I don't have a turn 6, the Hive Fleet will be victorious. So let's roll straight into the shooting phase. First of all, Combi Bolter from Rhino is going to try and strip a wound or 2 off of a Hive Tyrant. It hits all 4 times. Well, that's news for me. 5 to wound. I even wound you!
Wow!
3 up armor save. I don't wound you.
Yeah.
We're going to go into no grenades. We're going to go straight into Khan's plasma pistol. It's a pistol. I can fire it in combat, hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
I hit, wounding on 5s. No, 4s.
4s.
I fail to wound. Now we move into the charge phase. Rhino will charge, Morlophine will charge, Berserkers will charge. In that order exactly.
Okie dokie.
Let's do some Overwatch. And after Overwatch, the Rhino calmly reverses into the Hive Tyrant. No damage done, I'm afraid. Mikey Brom has just pointed out that I did call every objective 6.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so I should note that that's not objective 6, and that's not objective 6, and that one is. That one's objective 2, which is the one I have to go and secure. I'm just very excited right now because this is on the edge, Mikey P. This is on the edge.
It is.
So he's successfully charged. So now we're going to charge with the Mauler Fiend, who needs more than a double 1, like that. And then the Berserkers, I don't know what they need. That might not be enough.
No, that's not going to make it. They need an 8.
They need an 8. They need Korn's number. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind. The Mauler Fiend's in.
Yeah.
He's already in. He's already in. Let's roll straight into the fight phase. Charging units first. Mauler Fiend. Power Fist. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. 2 hits against the Hive Tyrant. Strength 12, so win on 3s. 1 wound so far. AP minus many. 4 up on save. That you pass again.
Target acquired.
Target acquired. That's Winter's favourite saying.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s with the Lasher Tendrils. So I hit you 4 times. Winning on 5s. Nothing.
Now.
At all. I will move him in a minute, obviously.
Not a sausage.
Now we move on to my fighting units, and I'm going to fight with Khan first. I don't get an additional 1 for charging, so I only have 6 attacks. I won't roll all 12 because you get to pick a unit to fight with after I fought with Khan. Hitting on 2s. He hits 5 times. Wounding on 5s. He wounds 2 times. It's AP minus 4. 2d3 damage. 4 wounds remaining. 3 wounds taken. You still have Catalyst though.
I do. Ooh, takes all
You're
3 then.
down to a single wound remaining, and now you get to pick a unit to engage with.
Ooh.
Tervigan or Hive Tyrant. Both of which are in their lowest bracket.
Yes. When you select Khan to fight the second time, can you do that immediately, or does it have to be at the end?
I can do it straight away.
I'm going to go with the Tyrant.
Hive Tyrant?
The Hive Tyrant, yes.
Is it still 5 attacks?
I don't know.
So the Hive Tyrant's going to try and carve apart the final 6 runes from the Mauler Fiend. 5 attacks, hitting on now.
4s, rerolling 1s.
Oh, that's still good.
Still pretty decent.
4 attacks from the Mauler.
From the
Hive Tyrant.
Hive Tyrant, yeah. 5s. None.
Nothing at all. The Mauler Fiend will strike back. I'm still wounded. 3 attacks with Power Fist, hitting on 4s. You've just angered him. Wounding on 3s. You've really angered him. 2 4-up saves.
No.
Flat 6 damage.
Oh, he dead.
Do you explode, scream, retch, writhe, die in a horrible manner?
I don't know.
It's called Death Throes on a 6. twice? No. The Hive Tyrant falls.
Yep.
And then I'll get to attack with Khan again.
No, I get to attack with him.
You do get to attack with him. Actually, you get to attack with him before I do anything as well.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously the Rhino didn't do any damage.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the Maul thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What's the toughness? 7,
7,
7.
yeah.
You
hit?
Yeah.
All times? Isn't 2's a hit?
Yes,
Hive
it
Tyrant?
is. You're right, because he's not nerfed.
4th wound.
4s.
3 up armor saves. I lose a wound.
You do?
Singular. Okay.
Ah.
Now I'm going to fight with Khan again.
Go for it.
Strip the final wound off of the Tervigan. I hit all 6 times. I wound on 5s. I wound you twice at AP -4. I do a total of 6 wounds. He's pretty angry.
Come on, mama.
5s. And with a good show of force, you
Ooh.
still lose 3 wounds. She
Yeah.
only had 1 left, and she probably also has death throws.
She does indeed.
And she doesn't. She just falls. There's now a carcass where she once stood. It's the end of turn 5 for the Chaos Space Marines. We should note that that wasn't death throws. It's got synaptic flashback or something.
Backlash.
That's the same
so
thing.
it kills termagants nearby.
And yeah, basically she wouldn't have exploded, so that wasn't an issue. But it didn't happen anyway, so it's not a problem. Now, we have secured objective 2 for a victory point, putting me on 8 to your 13. And we do get claim and despoil for D3. That's a
reroll.
that's a U.
That's
That's as bad. I'm
You
not,
can have
I'm not,
that.
I'm not claiming it. 1! Oh, I should have taken it.
Yeah,
9
you really
victory
should.
points to Mikey P's 13. That puts me 4 behind, but I am
Yeah.
I'm only defending 1 now. Oh, God. I'm probably going to need all 7 turns to beat Mikey P.
I got advance as well.
You saw at the end of any turn? Or is it end of your turn?
Ooh, good point. End of your turn. I
Okay.
apologise.
So you've got advance, but you're going to get it anyway, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Mikey P
Leave that.
has a Hive Tyrant left on 7 wounds. You still could get overwhelming firepower as well, because
Indeed.
those 3 will probably be quite easy to kill, and you can fall out of combat and shoot because you've got the fly keyword.
Indeed.
So we're going to move into Tyranids turn 5, and potentially the last turn of the game. A single Hive Tyrant left, of course. It knows no fear. It only knows the commands of the Hive Mind. Defend 3. It's still fighting over Defend Objective 3. Overwhelming firepower. Cleanse the ground. Advance. Move outside of your original zone of engagement. And finally, Defend Objective 4. These two contradict each other, because if he goes back to Defend Objective 4, Objective 4 is the one that Khan has just taken and despoiled. He will then no longer advance. Interesting choices. Let's see what happens as we move into, or we get to the end of the Tyranid movement phase. And we're at the end of the Tyranids movement phase. It's not cowardly, it's the Hive Mind. It knows what it's doing. It's pulled away from the Maul of Fiend that was about to tear chunks out of it. But you've kept yourself within 8 inches of the Berserkers, yeah?
Yes.
Which means you can shoot them for overwhelming firepower.
Yes.
This is looking bleak for the forces of Chaos. Psychic phase as well. We have some psychic powers first.
We do.
Where do we start?
Well, we've only got 2, so we'll start with Catalyst, which is going to cast on himself.
Of course.
That
Which he
goes
gets
off.
on an 8, so he now has a 5-up Feel No Pain as well.
Yeah. And so we're going to smite the Maul of Fiend.
That's 8, so you get D3 more
Yeah.
wounds on the Maul of Fiend.
No,
1.
just the 1.
Okay, perfect.
Choo choo.
Which I'll get back next turn anyway, as we roll
Yeah.
straight into the shooting phase.
We do.
24 shots into the Berserkers at strength 6. In they come, hitting on 3s.
Oh, that's not very good. Look at all those 2s.
And as the Hive Tyrant turns his arms behind him as he flies away, 14 hits only on the Berserkers, winning on 3s. There should be enough bugs in the air to choke the forces of Chaos. There's 11 wounds, and they are 3-up saves. 1, 2, 3. They fall. And importantly, that's overwhelming firepower, and it's the end of your turn 5.
Yep.
So you score a point for overwhelming firepower.
Yep.
You score a point for advance.
Yep.
So that's 2 more victory points, putting you on 15.
15.
15
Yes.
to my 9, I believe.
Indeed.
It's the end of your turn, which means I defend objective 6,
You do?
which puts you on 15 to my 11. So you're currently 5 points ahead. You've just flown away from that, so I've started to defend objective 3,
Indeed.
which will only grant me 2 and will leave me 3 points behind unless the cards are kind to me. However, the person who goes first rolls a dice. And on a 1 or a 2, the game ends. the game ends. Awkward left-handed handshake. Mikey P's first game on the... Go and stand over there so I can talk to you.
Okay.
Mikey P's first ever game on the channel, and it's a Tyranid victory. I think we did a big debate once on deploymentzone.tv that said the Tyranids are going to win the world, basically, win the galaxy. Because they just devour all.
100% record.
And you have to remember that they're not driven by tactics, they're not driven by economics, they're not driven by anything apart from insatiable hunger as they devour all biomatter.
They have all the yummy
won
yummies.
this battle today. They will now deploy spore mines and all sorts to start devouring what is left on the table. Importantly, there's only one man left standing yet again, and that is Khan the Betrayer. The Mauler Fiends have survived, but they are wounded, smoking demon engines. They are essentially hulks of metal and flesh fused, which means the Tyranids will devour those as well. They don't care about the hull of the Rhino, they will just eat the driver within. That's it.
Yeah.
How do you feel that went, Mikey P?
Yeah, pretty good. That was an awesome game, wasn't it?
On turn one, turn two, sorry, I thought, this might not be...
It looked pretty bleak, didn't it?
It looked really bleak.
Yeah, it did. But I don't know what turned it around, really. Cards, I suppose. I've said many times before.
The
Tyranids
Maelstrom made a massive
always do
difference,
good.
and Tyranids, as we said at the start, they play in every single phase.
Yeah.
They have a threat in the shooting phase, the psychic phase, the fight phase. They're just dangerous.
Definitely.
And their manoeuvrability, when you've got things like Flyrants and things that can pop up all over the place, is very, very good. Of course, chucking the juices in the middle meant I had to deal with those, so I became quite centralised. And then you came at me from 3 different angles, and I had to split my forces up. I made a good go of it.
Just as planned.
Just as planned. ZG?
Flying by the seat of my pants, more like. Yeah.
I made a good go of it. We almost fought back today. It was brutal. Most of you know Mikey P from our Sit and Talks, mostly the live podcasts we do every Sunday night on Twitch.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday night on Twitch at the moment. Sometimes there'll be Mondays, but if you head on over to Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv/MorehammerLiam, there is a image there that gives you the schedule for the next month, basically. So check that out. Come and join us live. Last week we had a special guest who was Winters from Winters SEO, because he's also part of deploymentzone.tv, and he has said that if he is free, he will join us every week he's free. There you go, winner. So you'll get more Winters on there as well, which is key. Talking about www.deploymentzone.tv, go and check that out. It's linked in the video description below. That is our website, Winters is my website, and we put a battle report on every single Tuesday without fail since launch, which was the 1st of June last year in 2018. So there's loads of battle reports on there now. Winters is, as we speak, filming another narrative campaign against Say Hi Paul.
He is.
The Death of Hope is coming soon.
Very exciting.
So there's that. Obviously, there's a Patreon link below. You can join us in Patreon and come and be a member of our Discord, which is busy.
Very busy.
And full
very,
of
very busy.
Mostly nice people.
Yes.
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
Almost to a man.
Yeah, almost. So come and join us there. I think I've covered everything. So this scenery here is from GameMat.eu. As I did in the last Deployment Zone Battle Report, I can't tell you the map came from because I don't know. Because someone gave it to the channel. Terrible. I should find out, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably.
A massive thank you to Element Games, our sponsors, and a big thank you to Blazing Brush Studio, who painted this army. I should have mentioned that at the start, and provided us with that. They are the official painting studio of Warhammer. Look at that. That's about everything. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Are you happy, Brom?
I'm always happy.
We're about to film some big debates.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, etc. We'll see you in the next one.